Tudo. Ah. Yeah.
It tickles.
What's happening along the Blue Creek is as much a social project as it is environmental. The Institute's chief executive, Karen McCall, says it's a model of cooperation and women have been at the heart of it. The Institute has been built on the vision and philanthropy of the late Tony Coote, an early adopter of work promoted by landscape rehydration pioneer Peter Andrews. Tony Coote bequeathed his farm to the Institute so that its beef and pasture-laid egg enterprises could fund ongoing research.
Ow.
The man, the plant, and the aerosol train.
After more than half a litre of parts since Tuesday, major flooding continues in some rivers, with record rates going down. Isolated heavy falls remain possible today across central development. Elsewhere across the eastern seaboard, it is cool to mild with a few showers and isolated storms. Widespread flood warnings in the impacts to local communities and the health and on Tuesday, warm conditions will be spread across the south, with mild winds, Adelaide, and afternoon. Meanwhile, showers and storms bring return to cooler, flat conditions to the continent. By midweek, heat will intensify across the south, with temperatures climbing to 12 degrees above average, and fire is starting to increase through Victoria and New South Wales. Some relief from Thursday as a series of weak fronts pull things off the coast. Later today, a strong cold front is set to reach southeast South Australia, Victoria, and Queensland, possibly bringing a strengthening storm to some fire peaks. this week. Check the latest forecast in the mornings by the Bureau's website and weather app. See you next Sunday.
Sorry, pervs.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, who's this?
Nelson Rowe. You don't know me, but I've been watching you.
Okay, that's not creepy at all.
You started whispers going all the way back to Washington about Augustine and the need of the DUP.
That's great. One more step to making Augustine pay for what she did.
Not all of it's great. I want to help you.
Help me do what, exactly?
I can help you take down the DUP from the inside. You have to promise me you won't say anything to anyone. If the information I reveal to you gets out, I'm done. Go in and see the inside of the cell. You are the only one who can expose what Augustine's doing to conduits. The only one I trust to see this through to the end, no matter what.
Alright, I'll play along for now. So what do you need?
I pushed a program to your phone. It'll guide you in my reports. Find them, hear my story, and keep providing. Crap, I gotta go. Augustine is the most powerful conduit I've ever seen. And she's got all the DUP as her loyal lapdogs. Mission has always been led by a terrorist to keep the world safe. And she's done it so well that the government says they don't even need the DUP anymore. I'm gonna tell you, kid, I wouldn't want to be the government right now. Augustine is the DUP. Saying they don't need the DUP is saying they don't need Augustine. That's a bad idea. Worse, it's a powder keg just waiting for a spark. A spark like you.
Everyone says he's not even with it now.
make the world a little better place.
The murder and a lot of horrible things of a young man who a lot of people will remember who are watching this video,
Yeah.
and if you don't, you're going to learn some very interesting facts about the story and what happened. And little Dickie's been working on this over the last probably 3 weeks. She's written an amazing story, and Claire, would you like to take it away?
Daniel Morgan was born on the 19th of December 1989. Daniel was a twin. He loved his brother Bradley. They did everything together along with his other brother Dean. Daniel also had a devoted and loving mother named Denise and a doting, caring father, Bruce. Together this family unit was truly blessed and happy.
They were, for all intents and purposes, a normal Aussie family. The Morgan family lived in a sunny, sleepy town called Palmwoods in the Sunshine Coast of Queensland. This town is known for its family-friendly sort of area. That is what it is known for around that particular part of Australia, and it also seems to have a lot of young people living there. From what we saw, it's all young families and all those type of people congregating in the one area, which makes this tale even more upsetting. Now that we know a little bit more about this case, let's dive into what actually happened to Daniel Morgan. It was the 7th of December 2003. Daniel thought he would get a start on his Christmas shopping and even get a haircut at the Sunshine Plaza shopping centre. This loving, well-meaning task of picking out the perfect Christmas gifts for his family just goes to show the loving and gentle boy that Daniel Morgan was.
Daniel headed to his local bus stop to wait patiently for his son bus to pick him up and take him to the shops. It passed 1:35 p.m. and still no sign of young Daniel's bus. To pass the time, Daniel had found a large tree branch to draw in the dirt with as he waited. What Daniel didn't know was that he was being watched. He had been noticed by a stranger. More time passed. Suddenly, into the distance, Daniel's bus was finally approaching his stop. Imagine young Daniel's disappointment when his bus drove straight past him, not stopping, not slowing down, nothing. However, the bus driver noticed Daniel in his red t-shirt and phoned the other bus he knew to be 2 minutes behind him and said there's a young fella and a man needing to be picked up ASAP.
A man at the bus stop?
There was a man there too.
This is like the parents' worst nightmare. And also, like, for young Daniel, also, he's doing his normal thing. He's doing nice things for his family. He's going out. He's being like a young dude, you know, going to get a haircut, all that type of stuff. And he's missed his bus, which is something that I would do.
Me too.
At that age. Just
Yeah.
be like, oh, you know, I missed my bus. And now there's a dude at the bus stop with him, and his bus drives past, and they're like, oh, there's another one on the way. But, you know, Daniel doesn't know that, so you'd probably get into quite a panic as a young guy. It'd be a very scary, scary situation.
But why didn't the first bus stop? Earlier on, a bus had broken down with passengers on board running late. They needed to be priority and dropped off ASAP.
The bus driver, following directions from his boss, dropped these passengers off without a detour. Fellow passengers have since recalled seeing Daniel's shoulders slump as their bus drove past him. Some even saying that they felt bad that the bus hadn't stopped for him. Also noting the grown man nearby, seemingly waiting for the bus. Some more time passed. The tall, skinny stranger that had been waiting with Daniel closed in, greeting Daniel and offered him a ride to the plaza. By all accounts, Daniel was extremely polite and kind, and it would be tough for him to say no to an adult.
Absolutely. I think it would have been really, really uncomfortable for Daniel to speak up and say no to an adult, especially a grown man. And I think he would have found it really, really hard to say no, and I think he would have just been being polite.
Particularly in a panic-stricken situation, like being left behind by your bus, you'd be like, oh God, okay, you know, this dude's going to help me out and get me out of this situation. And I'd assume as a young fella, you'd want to get out of that situation as quickly as possible.
I think he'd also probably obviously have a trusting nature, I guess, too, from where he grew up. He'd probably think, oh yeah, it's just a local dude wanting to help me out. Reluctantly, I'm sure, Daniel gets into the stranger's car, who we now know as Brett Peter Cohen. In a flash, Daniel is driven off, not knowing the disturbing horrors that awaited him. It was now well and truly dark. Denise and Bruce Morecambe had arrived home. It was around 6:30 p.m. They had been at a Christmas party. "Where's Daniel?" Denise asked Bradley. Bradley explained that his brother left for the shops a few hours ago. He should be back by now.
This immediately raised the alarm to Denise and Bruce. Being late or not showing up was not in Daniel's character. They grabbed their car keys and, as a family, headed to the plaza. Maybe Daniel accidentally overspent and didn't have enough money to get the bus ticket home. Fell over, got lost in the dark. All these scenarios are much more pleasant as to what truly happened to their son.
They did laps around the plaza, cinema, and surrounding streets. Daniel was nowhere to be seen. The Morecambe family decided to head straight to the police station and report their little boy missing. I think that we would have done the exact same, to be honest.
What do you do in that situation? You just go searching, desperately searching for them, and then you just go to the police and go, please help us.
You'd have to, I think, especially if it's so out of character, for like a little, not little boy, he's 13, but he's still little.
It's still a baby, though.
It's still a baby, and I just think if it's so out of character for him to go missing and not show up, I'd just be like, all right, we've looked, we've asked, we've rung, go to the fucking police.
Yeah, that's got to be a big scary moment too. It's like going to the point where, okay, we need to go to the police now.
It would be awful. It would be awful.
Poor family. At the police station, they were served right away by Sergeant Munn. He began jotting down notes. Daniel's physical appearance, height, what was he wearing? This stumped the parents. They had been at a Christmas party when Daniel would have gotten dressed for the shops, nor did Bradley or Dean. They didn't recall what he was wearing at all. Sergeant Munn continued with his standard questions. Was Daniel depressed, lonely, an angry teen? Bruce tried his best to describe their young, innocent boy through his eyes. How Daniel truly was, a gentle, well-behaved kid. Sergeant Munn took down some more notes, a description of Daniel and his family's contact information. He told them that they wouldn't be able to label Daniel as a missing person yet, but he would send patrol cars out to sort of start looking for him.
What on earth are the Morecambes to do now? Go home, have a cup of tea? What are they supposed to do? What they did do is bundle together, put their coats on and get torches, head out onto their property and begin to look for Daniel. Morning was now approaching. Daniel's bed was still made and cold. It had not been slept in all night. The time had reached 8 a.m. Already, the Morecambes were stood at the police station patiently waiting for any police officer to pull up and help them find their boy.
So obviously this is a small area, right, if they're waiting for the police to turn up at the station.
Yeah. I know.
Horrible. Just after 8 a.m, Sergeant Davidson pulled in, invited them inside and took more in-depth notes. He then contacted the bus depot and got details from the driver. Daniel was seen wearing a red shirt and dark-coloured baggy shorts. The sergeant was kind and reassuring. He told the parents that their boy would be home soon, trying to give them some confidence that they'd be able to find him. The Morecambes were back home at 9 a.m. It was now day 2 that Daniel was missing. Over the next 72 hours, a search for Daniel would ensue. Media releases, TV, radio, photos posted on shop windows. Everyone was looking for Daniel. And it would, if it's a small town, people would be looking absolutely everywhere. Daniel's bed had been empty for too long already, and it's a very emotive word, cold. When you think about a bed, if someone hasn't slept in it, it must be a very tough thing for the mother and the father and the brothers. Brothers?
Yeah, two brothers.
To go and see that bed hadn't been slept in and that room was, exactly the same.
It would feel awful.
As when it was left.
Yeah.
Sadly, police became to suspect that Daniel had been abducted. With no leads about the skinny, tall man that was also at the bus stop, police began investigating registered local pedophiles. They all had links to known pedophile groups in the area, but a man by the name of Brett Peter Cohen would soon be in their sights.
Police were inundated with calls from Crime Stoppers with suspected suspects from the public, but still nothing fit perfectly. The investigation into Daniel's disappearance commenced on the 8th of December 2003. A major incident room was established at the Maroochydore Police Station on the 9th of December 2003. Incredibly, over 22,000 job logs were created as part of the investigation that went on for a number of years. Each represented a piece of information or a physical exhibit that was investigated, and the findings of this investigation were recorded. The police report, along with annexes, extended over 10,000 pages, with over 100 police officers involved in Daniel's disappearance and, sadly, suspected abduction. Daniel's disappearance constituted the largest police search in Queensland history.
So massive. And as you said before, was it 20,000 job logs?
22,000.
22,000 job logs. So each time someone investigates something, I assume in the police, they write it in and all that type of stuff. Like, it was a big investigation into this young dude. Because I can somewhat remember it when it happened, and it was a huge story. It was similar to the William Tyrrell thing.
Yeah.
People were they needed to know what happened to this young dude. Like, he just disappeared off the face of the earth, and people couldn't accept that for a number of reasons, obviously. Yeah, it's
They just seem like such a beautiful family too.
Yeah, and to find out
they seem so nice.
And we'll get to it in the end, but what they're doing now is amazing, considering the shit that went through.
Oh, among the many phone calls to police and Crime Stoppers that came in, one name reoccurred. Brett Peter Cohen. Brett Peter Cohen had a striking resemblance to the police sketch. The caller said that Brett Peter Cohen had allegedly offered an 11-year-old boy $5 to suck his penis. He was also a welder by trade, was known to drive a white four-wheel drive, and had spent time in prison. But who was this man? The suspect, and ultimately the murderer.
So he's obviously a dodgy dude.
Extremely.
I know you're going to get into why he was in prison for a while, but I know this part of the story, and the fact that he was even allowed out of jail is insane.
Our justice system is fucked.
Like, crazy.
Yeah, no, he was a piece of shit.
100% a piece of shit. And one of these people that, when you consider the death penalty not being legal here, like, you start to wonder, maybe it should be for a lot of situations.
Absolutely. Brett Peter Cohen was born on the 18th of September 1969 in Bunbury, Western Australia, into a relatively strict Catholic household. He was the third of 4 boys. Their father was away from home very often as he was in the army. He also suffered from PTSD in the early 1970s. The Cohen family wanted to start fresh, so they relocated to Brisbane and eventually settling in the suburb of Everton Park. Cohen's mother, Marlene, was a hard-working RSL worker and by all accounts a very decent woman and caring mother.
However, something must have gone wrong. Something must have snapped. How did this young boy from a relatively normal home turn into a depraved monster? Here's a little bit more about him. Brett Peter Cohen attended Marcellin College, now known as Mount Maria College, an independent Catholic high school in Mitchelton, north side Brisbane. It is worth noting, and this is fucked up, that Cohen's Year 9 teacher recalls Brett as a bully who taunted others and would disturbingly parade his erections around the classroom. He was despised by his peers, hated, loathed. He was a fairly quiet recluse, and he kept to himself as a child and a teenager. He also proved to be rather a handful as he continued into his early adolescence. Brett Peter Cohen's problems escalated into petty crimes and regular drug use. He later told police he frequently used cocaine and LSD.
His theft and continued drug use led to several arrests, resulting in community service sessions. At this time, Cohen was 18 years old and attending his regular community service appointment when his depraved nature came out in full swing. Cohen spotted an attractive blonde 7-year-old boy on the play equipment. He decided it was in his right to steal this boy's innocence, his spirit, and ultimately childhood. Brett Peter Cohen snatched up this boy, took him to the nearby toilet cubicle and raped him repeatedly. Just like that, he destroyed this little boy's life forever. What gave this monster the right? Over the next couple of years, similar sickening events occurred. Cohen was sentenced in 1994 in the Northern Territory Supreme Court to serve a lousy 7 years in jail. What's even more disturbing about this is that Brett Peter Cohen later tells police that he thinks his victims enjoyed his attacks and sickening sex acts that he forced upon them.
So he's obviously fucked it.
On a child. He thinks they enjoyed it.
Do you think that his Catholic upbringing might have something to do with why he did these things? Because
possibly.
They often talk about people who do sex crimes, particularly with young children, having that done to them as a child.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's just stereotyping people in the Catholic Church, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. If you think that that's okay to do, then obviously something's wrong.
I think that he was born evil, to be honest. I really think he was born evil, and I think he came from a relative, from all accounts, his family was pretty normal. I'm not saying that he had the best upbringing, but he certainly didn't have the worst. I don't think it's one of those cases where you look into it and you think, oh yeah, he was beaten, oh he didn't get fed, and all these awful scenarios. He didn't have any of that. He was brought up pretty normal, didn't go without, and he just chose to become a fucking monster.
This just goes to show how sick and disturbed this individual was, and probably still is. He should not have been allowed out of prison. Let's discuss the incredible way in which Brett Peter Cohen, the Grub, was finally brought to justice.
Queensland police knew who was responsible for Daniel's murder, but they needed more. They needed two things, a confession and a body. Brett Peter Cohen was now 44 years old and had been a suspect from day one. It was April 2011. Cohen was on a plane heading to a new hometown of Perth. During his flight, he got rather friendly talking to a very pleasant young man sitting next to him. He and this man, Joe, exchanged phone numbers and met several times over the next few weeks. Joe was actually an undercover cop.
At this stage, I was still building a rapport and trying to build a relationship with Mr. Cohen, the Officer Joe would later say at Cohen's trial. Joe had some friends, Fitzy and
Oh, fucking Christ, fuck you!
As members of a
No!
gang.
Oh, you fucking bastard cunt!
Loyalty, honesty, and respect. Cohen was given $150 to help his new friend and gang member Joe to stake out the arrivals gate at Perth Airport for a man the crime gang were interested in. In the following months, he was involved in 23 more crime scenarios, including bribing customs officers, trafficking weapons, illegal crayfish, and even blood diamonds from Africa. The monster Cohen, currently unemployed and now thriving in a gang, told his newfound friends that the easy money and mateship is what dreams were made of. I found the job I've been waiting for all these years, unaware that the conversation, like many others, were being recorded.
Cohen was then told he could make $100,000 on a big job. But there was a catch. It came to the knowledge of the gang that Brett Peter Cohen would be subpoenaed for another look into the Daniel Morcombe disappearance. In an upper-class hotel room in Perth, the gang's big boss suggested Cohen would be dropped like a hot potato from the gang if he didn't confess. The big boss and fellow gang members asked Brett Peter Cohen, "What happened with Daniel? Did you cover your tracks? Did you miss any? Was there any evidence left?" Amazingly, Cohen stated, "Yeah, okay, you know what, I did it." Cohen admitted to abducting, raping, and killing Daniel. Cohen's chilling and detailed confession was recorded with a hidden camera, and the video was played at his trial 3 years later.
Audio recorded when Cohen showed undercover police the bushland site where he dumped Daniel's body was also used as evidence against him. The teen's remains, sadly, were found almost exactly where the killer said that he would be found. Justice was finally closing in. This incredible police work captured this monster. Undercover cop Joe, along with the relentless work of so many other police officers, had done it.
At last, they could take a sigh of relief, knowing that a slither of justice was made for little Daniel. Brett Peter Cohen now sits in a cell where he belongs. Here are just some of the incidences that have occurred over the years while Cohen's been in prison. Personal favourite. In the communal sitting room in prison, Brett Peter Cohen was playing cards with some of his jailmates when someone, a hero in our opinion, poured boiling water all over his crotch and shirt. Even the lowest of the low deemed this man a putrid monster. But what now for the beautiful Morecambe family? Well, this Beyond Strong family unit declared an incredible charity in honour of their Daniel. It is called the Daniel Morecambe Foundation. It raises awareness to online safety, stranger danger, and
I have heard of that foundation. It's to do with it's a foundation that's built on donation of saving and protecting children from sexual abuse. Fuck off with that shit, Nick. So yeah, I've heard of this foundation.
I don't think this is done. Nothing bad, everything you're getting new powers.
how we can keep our kids in Australia safe.
The website's down below if you want to go check out their work, and I encourage you to. What a story that is. What a horrible atrocity to happen to that family and people in Queensland and Australia in general. Like the fact that this dude was out, I assume, like crazy. Like, I mean,
how many times is this going to happen where people are locked up for doing these horrendous things and then they're given a slap on the wrist
and they're out?
They're out again, and then they go and find someone else to bloody torment.
So how long do you reckon this dude was doing weird things for?
Well, there was one report that I read that Brett Peter Cohen allegedly said to police that he began being sexually attracted to little boys at the age of 8 and that he lost his virginity at 9. Alarm bells!
Who did he lose his virginity? Do they know who he lost his virginity to?
Didn't say. But I think it was to a boy.
Was it to an older boy?
Don't know. I wonder. I'd like to know. That'd be interesting. And then there were other reports as well from his ex-wife, ex-girlfriends, partners over his life, saying that he was into really, really depraved sex acts, and that he, one of the ladies that he was with actually went onto his computer one day because she was just getting creepy vibes from him, and looked into his computer, and there was actually footage on there of people having sex with a corpse with no arms and no legs, and that he wanted to then do this to her and wanted to simulate, I guess, these really creepy, fucked up things that he was watching. So Old Love went...
Yeah. Well, I mean, to wrap this story up, you know, look after your kids.
It's okay to be overprotective to a point.
Yeah, I mean, this is... But,
and with the TikTok age, with all the stuff online...
Yeah, we spoke about this the other day.
Yeah,
how many creeps do you reckon are on TikTok just watching the kids on there?
I think that pedophiles would just be laying at home now, so relaxed, because they have it all right on their phone. They don't have to go out to swimming carnivals and things and look. They can just sit in their stench fucking houses watching kids on TikTok. I was swiping through and saw all these girls about 10 years old in bikinis doing these TikTok dances, and I'm thinking, I think this is wrong. Imagine this 40-year-old bloke sitting in his shed out the back with a bong and he's looking at these girls dancing around.
Yeah. It is, for adults, like for you or I, to come across that, it's uncomfortable for them. It's like a gold mine. I mean, you were speaking about this the other day.
Yeah, for them it's a pervert's wet fantasy
like either
come to life.
Or whatever, when you're a kid, like you got a lot of weird dudes.
A lot.
Like, what were they, yelling things out, or?
I remember, I saw a TikTok, actually, on the TikTok subject, and it was a girl doing that, that TikTok where it goes, I was running through the with my walls, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And her thing was, when you realise you got more sexual attention as a child than you did as a teenager and an adult. And I just went, oh my God, because nothing happened to me, but as a pre-teen, I got beeped. I had lots and lots of creepy things happen in that way to me, like walking back from the beach. I grew up in a beachy suburb, and I'd walk home with swimmers on and a towel. I didn't just like walk around in the nud. And I remember having truckies, old blokes beep at me. I was offered a lift home once past one of the pubs. And then when I had a little friend that I'd hang out with, she and I would go to the beach and walk home, and she got a lot of attention as well. And I think we were about 13 years old. I got far more attention then than I did when I was actually like hitting puberty. It's fucking disgusting.
I used to work with a bloke, and he used to not yell out, but like say the most heinous shit. Like I would have been like 17. I think I was still at school. I'd work on the weekends and just say weird things about schoolgirls.
Yeah, as a schoolgirl, I got beeped all the time in year 10 too. Coming back, I'd go get like a coffee or some lollies or something from the shop. And it wasn't just like, lots of girls have had this happen. And you'd be walking to school and you just have like tradies just like...
Yeah, I know. But I think the thing is, like, there's monsters out there, and if you have enough people that you go past on a daily basis, there'll be a monster or someone.
Definitely.
Even in a shopping centre, there's going to be one pedophile around. I think the lesson that we can all learn from the Daniel Morgan case is keep your loved ones tight, look after them, but even though the Morgans didn't do...
Grab 10 chicken McBites for $3 or a $4 McFlurry at Macca's today.
G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Little Butts Barn. I've been told not to refer to it as the second channel because it's taken over, that's what it's doing. G'day Big Dick.
Cheers, darling.
How you doing? I've got fluff in my beard, I'm wearing my pyjamas still, and I put this coat on. Very good, go me, and I got a flash hat that I bought in Scotland. Ladies and gents, before I take a sip, got a very interesting show today, because I don't know if you know this, but we're getting married.
In case you didn't know.
When this goes out, 3.5 weeks. Oh my God. So we've got a massive episode for you guys today. We've got a wedding themed episode.
Yes.
Dixon's been looking all over the internet, crawling around, and she's found some good shit. And we've also got mail time. So stick
Are you fucking kidding me?
great packages from the P.O. Box. And remember, P.O. Box 343, Charlestown, New South Wales. Shout out to Editor Nat. She's throwing it right there. Woo! Let off a firework or something, Nat, to celebrate how fucking good you are, mate.
Yes.
Now, Dickie, let's talk weddings. How are you feeling with the wedding coming up?
It's really weird. I feel so much better about it, believe it or not. I know I'm an anxious wreck, but I feel so much better about it knowing that it's so close that now it's sort of like, whatever happens on the day happens, as long as we get married, we have a nice time together. I'm trying really hard to just try and enjoy every moment because I know it's going to go by like that, and we'll look back in 10 years' time about how lovely it was and all the nitpicking crap and choosing quiches or choosing burgers for food.
Sliders. What slider do you want?
Yeah.
Fucking just anything. Food, blues.
So none of that shit's going to matter. The most stressful thing at the moment has been choosing the right fucking bra for the wedding dress, but I won't bore you with the details.
The details, ladies and
But,
gents.
yes.
It's been an interesting experience planning
It
a wedding
has.
because everyone gets so excited about getting engaged.
Oh, the
You
engagement
get a
was
ring,
the highlight.
you pop the question, it's beautiful, it's exciting.
I love the engagement. That was the best thing. The engagement.
It was so
the best
cool.
part.
We did that on Christmas Day, a year and a half ago now, and it was marvellous. It was beautiful. We had the dogs involved, and I tell you what though,
That was the best part.
then you realise, oh fuck, now we've got to plan a fucking
Yes.
wedding.
And then it's that when people were like, well, Davey's getting married, and we were like, throw me
Jesus
down.
Christ. Anyway, so there has been some weird things, and And I've got a question for Claire. I haven't asked her this. I thought I'd ask her on camera because it's a bit of a weird one that she's decided with our wedding, and I'm not happy about it.
What?
The music you chose for the daddy-daughter dance is weird. Why you chose WAP, Wet Ass Pussy, for that is fucking weird, mate, and we've got to talk about it.
Oh my god. You're outrageous.
Classic Butterfield, well done. Hey,
Not
ladies.
true. I'm not doing the daddy-daughter dance because Dad and I are normal and don't want to do that.
Yeah, Jeffrey's like, how about you fuck off?
Yeah, 100%.
While I find this video, can we give a bit of a shout out to the Mum and Dad Show, out every single Monday. Did you give us a little rundown? What is the Mum and Dad Show? Oh, available on it's not on iTunes yet, fuck me. Spotify and
Available on
YouTube.
Spotify and YouTube. So basically, it's us just talking.
Oh, for fuck's sake, this fucking machine gun piece of shit.
We talk about daily occurrences. We talk about crap. And it's, it deserves to be higher up in the charts.
Doesn't
my
it?
two bobs worth.
We've got about, I think there's on Spotify about 15,000 people that listen every week. So that's really nice.
You guys.
And another 15,000 on YouTube. So
yes.
It's getting up there. I think it's doing very, very well. And you should be very proud of yourself. Because it's all built off little Dixon. She's the backbone of the community.
Definitely not. At first I was very unsure about doing the podcast, but now that we're doing it, it's nice. It's building a little community on Patreon.
It is
and
building a
everyone's
little
talking.
community.
And
I really like
we've
that.
got a little mum and dad village. Us little.
We do have a little
We're
village.
Ma and Pa. Look, we've got our little. And
Ma
the
and Pa
girls
kettle.
messaged me about the Yorkshire tea. I've had it before and we bought it again. Thank you very much.
Yorkshire tea, what's happening? Alright, so the video, I found it. It is from Fail Army. I haven't watched a Fail Army video in years. Best wedding fails. They still get 6 million views on the video. That's great. Funniest wedding fails compilation.
It's topical. I thought we had to do it.
I think we should, because everyone's so stressed about the wedding and everyone's freaking out. Let's enjoy watching some people freak the fuck out. And we changed the camera. We brought it up.
Yes.
We've sorted it. I think I've sorted out the audio.
Yeah.
Spent a fucking 3 or 4 hours.
Oh my fucking god, cunt!
So next week you won't go.
Get out of my fucking way! I can't fucking see!
I think that this background is so
You
much
shit
natural.
fucking cunt! Get the fuck out of my fucking way!
Sitting in comfy chairs, we've got our hands
There'll be some
on.
fucking idiot who'll complain.
Oh, of course, there always is.
Well, what about this? Old mate who gave us these ducks.
Oh,
I was joking,
He
mate.
was only joking about the ducks.
I was only joking about the ducks. I love the
Yes.
ducks, alright? They're my besties.
And I've got them scattered throughout the house, so anything you guys
Littlefoot
send
ate
us, we do.
He shouted
We
out.
do appreciate
Boys.
your ducks, so
Alright, let's watch this fucking video, shall we?
yes.
Who the fuck skateboards at a wedding? That's a terrible idea. Look, she's gonna get out. Who the fuck did not see that coming? Who didn't see that coming?
Why are there so many blokes?
Oh, maybe she just loves cock.
It's all the bizzoys. She's got no girls around her.
So let's just go back. Now,
There's no chicks there. She's just skateboarding with the bizzoys. There's anything wrong with
Not
that.
there's anything wrong with that. I'm a boy.
I'm a boy.
Oh, God!
Oh, God!
Alright, look at this. If we slow this down, we can see. Let's go in a real slow replay.
Oh my god, drain the smoke, you nig!
Dress coming down, it's gonna get caught under the wheel, and then it just dead. Gone. She's down, she's stacked it. That's beautiful.
I
That's
hope it's the groom that ran after her and not the best man that's like, it should have been me!
Did you know that most garage doors don't lock when they shut? So you could protect your garage with one of these. Or you could just get a B&D garage door, because when a B&D door is shut, it can be locked shut. Is your garage as safe as can B&D?
I like their intro for the Fail Army, it's different.
Turn it up. Okay, so now we're going to the ring bearer. Someone's asking for the rings. Oh, they've got the rings. No, that's fake. That's fake. There's no way that's real. That can't be real.
I'd like to point out the little number that the bridesmaid's wearing. In meringue yellow or whatever's going on.
What about it?
there.
It looks great. Oh, it's all of it.
Why would you get married next to a pool, you absolute idiot?
No, I don't believe that's real for a second.
No, probably not. She's way too calm for that to be real.
Okay, so they got balloons. What's
I
happening
already
here?
know what's going to happen.
I think old mate who's next to the larger lady, let's
Yes.
zoom in on him. I think he is...
He's gonna fuck it up.
Is this sort of like Jack Ruby with Lee Harvey Oswald when he was being brought out to the courthouse or out of prison after he shot JFK? It just looks like he's gonna do something. Oh, he didn't kill him. That's good. Kiss.
Oh, they just drunk. I think she's just a bit paro.
She just wants to get...
That didn't even... That should be the thumbnail.
Okay, now these two blokes are walking down the stairs.
Is it still Pride Month?
Oh no, this is a terrible idea. Why would you do this?
Go Pride slide.
Pride slide. They just go down and there's a big dildo at the end. Okay, who's gonna fall off?
Oh my fucking god, Drain!
The guy closest to us.
I think somebody on the right. He was too cocky. He was like, yeah, I've got this.
Fuck, look at old mate. He didn't give a fuck.
He just went, oh.
Look, watch old mate's face. He's not like, oh my god.
Don't you do that on our day. I'll bloody spew.
My best man or husband just broke his neck. Look at his face. He's like, oh, spewing.
He doesn't seem to care at all.
He doesn't even run over.
Oh.
Old mate's fine. He's just got CTE.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Traumatic encephalopathy. Some doggies. We're going to have Rosie and Littlefoot.
Yeah.
Oh my fuck!
They're the highlight.
Yes.
Fucking stupid, that fucking cunt tone, motherfucker!
That's great. Look at the old bloke in the back. He thinks, is that Prince Charles? He thinks that's the best. It looks like Camilla and Prince Charles behind him.
Look at the kid here in the background with the red hair.
She's like, oh my
god!
Yes, and that finally happened.
That's great. I wouldn't be mad if ours did that after we got married.
Hey, listen, if it was our dog, Littlefoot would never do that.
No.
Rosie would never do that.
They'd crop dust us down the aisle.
They do that. What about the farts last night?
And the night before was really
Littlefoot
bad.
has been. What have you been feeding him?
Nothing different.
Fucking Devon sandwiches.
Fucking Devon sandwiches.
People don't know what Devon is. Devon is Fritz. It's like
spam.
bologna, spam, that thing in a log.
Yes. Oh, I like that she's laughing. That's nice. So many brides, I imagine, would be like just filthy.
I'm starting to understand bride guilt.
100%.
It is a stressful situation.
I don't know what I have. How have I been?
Oh.
Apart from an ancient.
You don't know what you have?
Yes.
Autism.
Fuck you.
No. You're anxious about the big day because everyone talks about it being the biggest day of all time.
Oh.
But also, I think because we do so many shows and all that type of stuff, like it's just another big event. Like we do these all the time. We'll be fine.
I'd rather do the shows.
So would I.
It's easier.
So would I.
Should have just gotten married on stage. Imagine if you're getting that ticket, going to see you in bloody Dunny-Doo or something, and they're like, oh my god, the Butterfield's gone hitch.
What about hecklers? Does anyone
make the day?
Does anyone sort of protest what they say? Have something to get to this point?
Yes.
What's the word?
Does anyone object?
Does anyone object? There's one drunk dickhead up back. I object. I sucked him off.
It's always fun.
You mate.
That would be really funny.
Same bloke who sent the ducks.
Oh, the poor duck night. We like the ducks.
I love the ducks. Fuck. There we go.
Oh my fucking god! Fuck off out of here, you fucking cunt! Can't fucking see shit!
I'd like to just mention the undies she had on the wedding day.
I didn't even see him. Let's go back and check out her ass.
Oh, an Andy colour.
There we go.
Stop it, camera! Fuck off!
You didn't even see her undies, you big perv. Dix is back here. Yeah. What about that move she had on?
I thought she had the big bloomers on. There's every fucking...
Oh, that dickhead. I hate people that do that. I mean a few words. Fucking get it speak. Get it done. Shut the fuck up. Alright? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna speak for a week. I'm gonna address the people.
Festivus. We'll just tell everyone at the wedding.
Air our grievances.
Yeah, what festivus?
Fuck off! I press the button first. Solution it first, you fuck.
The other day? What about that?
That was a bit slack.
As I've gotten older, like I'm 29 in a couple of days.
Going on 59.
Going on 409.
And you had your bus party.
And I had my bus party, that was great. And I tell you what I've learned is that as you get slightly older in your 20s, you turn into a 90-year-old man, and perhaps. Because I was like panicking the other day because our recycling bin wasn't full. And me getting that recycling bin full and getting it through the week without like overflowing is one of the highlights of my week. That is what's happened to me. And it's famous. Lint wraps is important too. Lint wraps in the dryer is my favourite.
Oh my fucking god! Fucking God!
I do not.
Bullshit!
Discover satisfaction.
That is such bullshit, cunt!
Hey, oh, this is backhand.
If I fucking slash first, that shouldn't be. He shouldn't be able to fucking shoot.
That's what you do with it.
Fucking takes too long to fucking swing it.
Tell you what, I'm gonna fold to the cake. What was this?
Good, he's in his pants. What a wanker.
Yeah, he's that's not fun.
Fuck off.
Spew.
You reckon?
Little fucking cunt.
Yeah, that's your dad.
Wait, I didn't see any of that.
Oh, you were talking about old love's undies before. What about Louis? Look at this, old mate's just pants.
Why do they just fall?
I know.
That's set up.
Oh, they're just giggling.
Doesn't fit in. Oh no, in what world? In what world? In what world? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
A couple of people went down with the ship. A couple of people escaped. It's like the Titanic. Oh, she just accepted a fate.
Second thoughts, look at his second thoughts. He's going. Oh, that wing is what was that?
Try to shove a face in the cake. Here's what I want you to do, Claire.
Man, if you're watching,
Here's what we're going to do.
I know you are. If you do that to your bride on the wedding day, you're a sore boy.
Here's what we're going to do.
Put my ass into the cake.
Here's what we're going to do.
You tell me, how does one layer do? Because you fuckers have eaten nothing.
Okay. One layer or one?
Big.
One layer. Just one little layer. So, here's what's going to happen.
Alright.
We're going to set up like a WWE table next to it, and I'm going to go to put your head into the cake, and you're going to block it, kick me in the guts, give me a stone cold stunner. I'm going to end up on the table, and then I want you to go from the top rope, do a swanton bomb, and put me through the table.
Leave some for the wedding night. Jesus. Oh, how upset would you be?
Oh my God!
Is he going to eat? Oh, no, no. Let him have it. Oh, you nasty.
On the rocks.
Imagine doing that if you had a giraffe nibble at your hat.
What if he nibbled at you?
Oh, even better. That's all right. If we had a little giraffe going along bail, I'd say, you take it.
Well, little Freddie's not coming to the wedding.
Oh.
Because we can't feed him, alright? Because you, Fritz, won't buy our merch. Yeah, thank you very much. I love you. Let's do one more and then we'll get to the piano box.
Yes. Oh my. Does that go into the pond? Oh no! Oh, that was awful.
Do you know what day that was on? That was when that cake fell like that.
1997.
9/11. Mailbox 34 through Charlestown, New South Wales. This one's to Claire and Isaac.
Oh, the eyes are weak.
You're up, young lady. Thank you very much to everyone who sent in some mail today. We've got one to sit through. Mrs. Butterfield, you can do that one as well. What do you got? What do you got, Sheila?
That means something else.
We'll do it next week. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Oh,
It's a doodle lollipop.
a little pea.
I won't be eating that, but thank
A little
you.
peanut
Fuck
pop.
you.
Vegan dildo.
What? What's that?
It's a little badge and it says vegan dildo.
How does this work?
Oh,
You ever see
no.
YouTubers do that?
Oh, fuck them. I can't do it. Oh! Knit boobies beer holder.
Oh, I love it.
Ah! I thought this was a baby thing for when we have a kid. But
Yeah,
anyway.
it's a baby thing for a kid.
How? I'm not even near it, you cunt!
Oh, fuck, I broke it.
Oh,
I'm going to use that on my beer cooler.
be a Jim Boom. Oh,
Oh, our first little wedding card.
this is our first wedding card.
Thank you very much.
Oh, do you
Ooh.
want to read it?
Isaac and Claire, congratulations on being the cutest and funniest Australian couple. Finally, we've been recognised.
Thank
We
you.
are. You will have a beautiful life together, laughing and making us laugh.
Oh,
Lots of love from Canada. P.S. I wanted to send a few bachelor and bachelorette gifts. This came from Canada, so it might arrive after the wedding.
this is the
P.S.
highlight.
If you don't like the beer holder, you can give it to Bluey. Bullshit! That's mine. Fuck Bluey. He stinks. And that is the card there that won't
Love
focus,
it.
but it is beautiful. Thank you guys. Let's put that up in the up here. Can you see that?
Pecker Pop, they called the doodle lollipop.
Legends. Thank you guys. That's fucking awesome.
Thank you so much.
Dickie, do you want to do this one?
Thank you.
I'll get started on this dog. Beautiful stuff, ladies and gentlemen. The people look after us.
They do.
What have we got here? This is a piece of paper. I'll read it. Sorry, I got
Hey.
it. Hello, friends. Just a little something from my little hobby called NS Designs. Is Designs for you both and your one-day baby.
Oh!
Hope you liked them, and I'd be honoured to make more. Thanks for being real and always welcome to come over and visit our little part of heaven on the beautiful Maclay. Melissa. Facebook is MS Design.
Oh my god.
Oh, what have we got?
Oh my god.
What do we got?
Oh my god.
What do we got?
Okay.
You tell me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What is it?
Stitch.
Is it?
Look. Ohana. It's a beard.
It's a little booby.
Look, darling.
Ohana means family.
And little foot. Oh my god. Can we be best friends?
What?
Wow.
Littlefoot from the land before
Oh my
time.
god. Littlest Butsman.
Thank you.
We should use this for a pregnancy announcement when we have one. We're not pregnant now, I'm just a bit bloated. But
I'm pregnant.
look at me!
Oh, these are the
I'm messaging this woman.
sweetest.
We're becoming besties.
These
That's a
are the
little-
sweetest.
I don't, you know what though? I don't know if that baby is fucking snuggle the muggle. I love that. These are a lovely quality too. They're nice and fluffy. Oh my god.
Another little Ohana one. And that's Claire's tattoo as well. She's got that tattoo on her
I love
leg.
it. And these are Watch Me Grows. I've seen these.
What are they?
These are the little, that's when they're born.
Oh, wow.
Hello world. This is me. 1 month, 3 months. They're not, okay, they're not.
Oh, 29 years. I can use that one for next
Oh, I love it.
week. That's awesome.
And it came in this super pretty little.
I reckon throw it back in there. We'll put it in the cupboard with all the baby
Yes.
clothes that we definitely don't have yet.
Genuinely from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you. That's
Probably one of the
beautiful.
best presents we've ever
NS
got.
Designs. Go and check her out.
Design.
Claire will give her a shout on
100%.
Instagram
I'll
as
film
well.
something for you after this.
But also, you need to make it very clear that we're not pregnant at the moment.
No, we're not.
Because if you put that up, people will freak out.
Yes.
All right, we've got Luke Bodell from.
I can't believe how cool that is.
Hang on, I need to somehow open this.
Use the pin.
Oh, it'll break. He's really tied this up.
I reckon it's Pokemon.
What is this? Don't tell me it's Luke who sends us all that weird shit.
Oh, the guy that goes through his garage and sends us fucking smelly things.
We have. Uh-oh. It's not, it's The Simpsons.
Oh.
Firstly, a very happy birthday to the Big IB and congratulations on the upcoming wedding for you both. My wife and I have seen every episode since A Dickhead's Guide to Newcastle. Thank you. And we also love the Mum and Dad Show. We thought you might like these for yourself. Cheers from Luke and Tanya Bodell in Cootamundra.
Fuck yeah.
Beautiful. All right.
Thank you.
Dickie, do you want to open that up?
Thank you.
And I'll open this up. What is it?
I think it's one of those Simpsons drinks.
Oh, it's a Simpsons little family assortment of biscuits.
Oh my god.
I love it. Thank you very much. That's exactly what I wanted for my birthday.
Fuck the background. That's going in
the
the
flaming
pantry.
nose.
Oh, it's
and
an energy drink.
And this is still sealed.
Thank
That's
you.
cool. This is 10
Let's
years
go!
old.
We're
12
fucking
years old.
doing shit now. We're getting shit done now.
Definitely for the background.
Where should I put this?
Ooh, I'll have to find a special spot for it.
I'm going to move that.
Yep.
Beard of
Wherever
the year.
you
That was
like.
last year. You got to get over those things.
Yeah.
And that can go right
Wow.
there. That is sick. And we'll
Love
throw
it.
that right there. The flaming Moe's.
Love it.
Absolute legends. Love your stuff. Now, I hate to show off, but I know what this is, and it's for me.
What is this from?
This is from some absolute top blokes from a guys called Monster Cubes. Now, I will open this properly on the Pokemon channel.
Sorry. It's raining outside.
But this is so cool, and I'm super excited about this.
Shame.
Don't look yet. I want to really get it open for you.
Alright.
This is fucking sick. These guys do amazing work. This is the whole PSA graded cards in. All graded cards in.
Yep.
So there it is.
No, look.
Have a look at this.
Rammers.
This is amazing.
Oh.
How cool is that? I'll show you guys up
Oh
close.
yeah.
That is just fantastic. Look at that.
Wow.
Cards by Butzmers, and it's a big, beautiful case that you can put all your big dicks into. Fuck yeah. Oh, and they've included a Darkness Ablaze, a Grimsnarl VMAX, PSA 10, and a Squirtle. Enjoy the case. Monster Cube. Can you show that up to the thing?
Yes.
There's a little QR code on there. Thanks,
Boots.
We've got a little Squirtle, an Orbeetle, and a Zacian. Thank you very much. Legends, absolute legends. Go and check them out on Monster Cubes as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Just go to their fucking Instagram. It's not hard. There we go. Well done. Bravo. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching the second channel. I hope you enjoyed the video. Dickie, I've thoroughly enjoyed my day with you. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. We need a catchphrase.
Oh, don't we just say bye?
I've got one.
I just
To
say
tie
bye.
in with the Mum and Dad Show. See you later, ladies and gentlemen. Eat your dinner.
Eat your dinner.
Stay in school.
Don't text and drive, and I actually fucking moon it.
And suck us off. See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Looking for a great deal on your next trip? Compare prices and travel your way with Kayak. Now you're traveling.
Looks like we're rappers.
We are rappers. G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second channel.
Fuck off.
This is. You can throw gang signs. I can't. Nice.
We're so.
Very
You're
good.
welcome.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a lot of complaints about the sound.
So?
You big sooks. So what we've done is I've stolen the podcast microphones.
Yes.
Listen, honestly, I don't know what the go is with the sound.
Oh, I've given up.
But,
I don't understand any of
But
it.
we will sort it out at some point. Little Dickie, we've got a sponsor. How good is this? And I tell you why
Oh my
this sponsor
God.
is special. Is because it's your company.
It's little old B.
Little old you. Tell us about who are you?
So, my name's...
G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Little Butts Barn. I've been told not to refer to it as the second channel because it's taken over. That's what it's doing. G'day, Big Dick.
Cheers, darling.
Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, the Butts Barn here. How you bloody doing? And Little Dickie, good evening. Hello, how you doing?
Hello.
Hello. Tell you what, we've met some lovely people over the last couple of weeks at the shows.
Yes.
And Dickie is the fan favourite. Everyone loves Dixon.
I'm not the fan favourite.
You are the fan favourite.
No, you are.
Nah, I stink.
It's nice though. I've been getting lots of nice hugs and things, which has been very nice.
Mainly of old blokes.
No, it's mainly been girls, which is super nice. Stop doing the kiss noise.
We realised the other day that when people text you with a kiss on the end of it,
He's ruined it
it's
for
also
me.
a bit creepy. It's like, hey, how you doing?
Hope you have a great day.
Don't word it like that. It's so bad.
Well, talking about things that are pretty bad on this channel today, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I wanted to dedicate this to you with something that you've been in trouble with before. This video is called "Patient Lost a Sex Toy in Her Rectum." The Claire Dixon story.
No! Blow down your ass.
So it sounds like this young lady lost a foreign body in her rectum.
Don't you hate it?
Foreign body. Is that like how...
Like a carrot?
Like Russia lost themselves in the Ukraine? Too soon.
I'm not sure what she was doing.
No, not too soon. Fuck Russia!
I think he does.
Love it.
He's a bit like me.
I'm not sure what she was doing, but she lost her vibrator and it kind of got sucked up.
That's a long way up.
That's foul.
That's a fair
It
journey.
looks like a big tampon.
Oh, it does. Now, you've got a wide array of vibrators.
No, I don't. You're so full of shit. Poor Dad, he'll be watching. I really
Sorry, Jeff.
don't. I don't. You're just being gross.
Claire's got this cupboard. You know, in America...
I don't! I
Excuse
don't
me.
remember thinking this.
Excuse me, let me speak.
Oh my god.
Claire's got, you know, in America, how they got like the closet with all like, or like you go to John. I'm sorry for boring you. Sorry for keeping you awake, babe.
Oh, just spit out. Oh,
Let me tell you.
No.
Let me tell you.
Go on.
Mind your business.
All right, mind your business.
So, you know in the movies like John Wick where he opens the cupboard and it's just all just guns and guns and guns. That's what Claire's got with dillies. They're just like dildo, vibrator, double ender.
What else?
Cardboard cut out of me that she throws knives at because she hates me.
And Robert from Raymond.
Claire's got the hots for Robert from Raymond.
My name is George Crawford. I am a board-certified general surgeon. I practice in Anniston, Alabama, and I've been practicing about...
Alabama, you fucked up, mate.
One of our housemates, Mr. McGann, back in the day, he used to work at a hospital, and he said, well, he worked in emergency, and he said the amount of people that come in on a daily basis that have something in their ass is mind-blowing. Like every day, someone would come in and they'd lose, grip of a cucumber or a banana or a big dildo, a carrot up their ass. Like every day, he'd have to go in and fish.
What a man! Shout out to Jack McGann. Good
the
man.
anal fissure. Well done.
The anal fissure.
Now the reason that this happens is because the sphincter. You ready for sphincter chat with the butt smart?
Always.
The sphincter is a very tight muscle. It keeps.
I don't want him saying this.
It keeps solids in, but lets gases out. So if you've got something, you're shoving it in there, and it doesn't have like a base on it, like butt plugs where they've got the big base on the end.
It's a good video.
It's a great video. It can suck it in, and it's gone forever. And then you have to get
whatever
Mr.
you reckon
to go in there with his fucking big arm, his big black hand, fish it out.
That includes bariatric surgery.
Oh, I thought that was like a fucking
dead cat.
No, I thought it was like a bit of ginger that was in someone's. Just a chunk of ginger. Someone had the flu and just threw a whole ginger up their ass.
Oh, yucky.
General surgery is kind of like the one-night stand of medicine. I mean, you really see people, you find out what's wrong with them, you fix them, and then they're done. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, George Crawford, how are you doing?
This is not what I planned for today.
Oh.
They agree to have their face on this and they get free, like they get free free removals. I imagine they would, but you'd hope they would. But yeah, surely you just pay for this one. Like you take a loss on this one.
Realistically, if you think about it, the rectum is designed to keep poop off the floor. So if you put something far enough up, it will go suck it right up.
That's the technical way they explain it in medical school.
If you don't have a string on it or something to be able to get it, it can get pretty high.
Now that's a doctor telling you to please put fishing line on your dildo.
Oh.
Right, so you make sure you do.
That's why there's a string on your tampons.
That's why there's a string on my tampons.
There are two ways to take it out. One is to make a big incision in your belly, kind of open it up and milk it down that way. We're going to try to not do that.
So you don't want to obviously get a big hole cut in you.
We can stick our hand up your ass and try and go up there and feel for it and then pull it out and then grab it and put it out.
Yeah, so this goes into you, and this is really heavy actually.
He is weighted.
He's weighted. So go all the way up, and then you got to old mate's got to chase it, almost like catching the golden snitch. Up and up and up and up, and then pull him out.
So there are two muscles. One is the internal sphincter and one is the external sphincter. The external sphincter is the one that you kind of squeeze your butt cheeks and hold everything together. The internal is involuntary, so it just kind of squeezes on its own. When it feels pressure, it relaxes.
Certainly does.
I'm squeezing down.
No.
You're actually going to go in the same way that you put it in, with a couple of long instruments, kind of blow your colon up and then pull it out. And if we can pull it out that
fucking get destroyed, you cunt!
A couple of long instruments, a tuba.
His dick.
The nice part about being a surgeon is being able to take her to the operating room. We get to put her to sleep.
Oof.
She's comfortable.
Oof.
She doesn't feel any pain.
Oof.
We can go in, do what we got to do. All right, young lady, we got everything squared away.
All right, bitch.
This is like the start to
Alright, bitch, we got your rectum squared up, so let's put these instruments in and do the shit.
With it, it's really more how do we get you taken care of to get you
I call bullshit there. I want to know what she was doing, how she did it, why she did it.
Watch out for breakfast. We'll find out soon.
Ooh.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Oh, that's how he's going to do it. Oh.
They're not using all of them.
Why do you need that many scissors? I thought you were just fishing it out.
Come up for me, please, ma'am. Let's get it done. Grasper, please.
Grasper?
Yes, sir. Quick list of the things that I pulled out of a rectum. A bunch of dildos.
That was just me.
I was going to say, is it the one rectum?
Shampoo bottles, beer bottle one time, one of those little small change purses that you squeeze. I did pull a crack pipe out of a lady's butt one time.
That was you.
Arrested for smoking drugs, and she put the crack pipe in her butt to hide it from the cops.
Fair enough. Where else are you going to put it?
Did you hate it?
Well, that's the end of the video. It was only a 3-minute video, but I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that too.
What have you learned about putting things in your bum?
Don't do it.
Don't put things in your bum smaller than your elbow. That's a challenge.
Don't do it.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's on to everybody's favourite time of the week. It's the mailbag time. We go. I was at the P.O. Box this morning. P.O. Box 343 Charlestown, New South Wales. Send us something to open on the channel. Little Dixie.
Hey. Excuse me.
I'm so excited.
This one is addressed to Little Buttsman. We got one there that's already half open.
Shall I open that
we had
one?
no patience in the car yesterday, yes. Who's this from? Does it say or no?
It is from
Thea.
Thank you, Thea.
Thanks,
Or Tia. I'm not sure. I think it's Thea.
Ooh, what do you got?
Harry Potter. Golden snitch earrings.
Oh, they're earrings.
Oh, they're beautiful. Thank you.
Nice. Can you throw me the notch up?
And
Thank you.
thank you. And a necklace.
Oh.
Wow. I'm gonna put this on right now if I can.
Fuck yeah.
I love it.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Can you sit?
Oh, beautiful. Good on you. Just dangle it in front of the camera. The necklace too. Nice.
Isn't it beautiful? Oh, there's my other.
This is to Isaac and Claire. I thought I would send you my Pokemon cards. They have been in storage for a very long time, and I think, oh God, I missed
How big is your erection?
Someone who would appreciate them. I hope there's something of value what I've sent. I want to thank you again for gifting the Brisbane shows tickets to us. My husband and I were very excited last time we saw you at the Gold Coast in 2019. So a while ago in 2019. I love watching both Isaac Butterfield channel and Little Buttsman channel. You both have great chemistry.
Hey, baby, you should see us in the bedroom.
I look fine. Someone worked out the other day that we're not brother and sister.
Oh, what? Can I interrupt? Yes. Don't hit me. I'm kidding.
Stop saying that.
Who the fuck thought we were siblings?
We look pretty similar. You try and lick me.
One of you has a beard, the other one has tits.
We are siblings. Do you have a copy of the Christmas live stream? I think I might. I'll have a look, but thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right, let's see.
You
I'm
deserve
so
this.
excited. I'm so fucking excited.
Excuse me, but that don't make sense, dog.
Fucking excited.
Oh, by the way, Rosie is healing up very nicely. Thank you to everyone who's been asking about her. She's getting there. Oh my god. There's heaps in there.
Oh, guys, you shouldn't have.
Oh.
I'd say I'd send them back to you, but I really want them. Hey!
Oh.
We have... I'll have to do a video on it for the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Wow, this is so cool. Thanks, guys. We got some great base set cards. This is fantastic. Thank you, Legend. That was so kind of you. I really appreciate it. I do love my... If you have any Pokemon cards, send them in. I love that shit.
Isaac adores Pokemon. He loves it.
Now.
Loves it.
Loves it.
Loves it.
What do we have here? We have... This is to me.
Yay.
Poor little me. Now, it is... Alcoholic Aggressors, presented by Australian Comics.
Uh-oh.
Good evening, Australia. I'm your I'm your host, Tracy Dimball. It's an Australian-themed comic book. The Human Keg, The Drunken Fist, The Sailor Goon instead of Sailor Moon, Tuxedo Fist, Skittle Bomb, and Blind Sight. The Alcoholic Aggressors. Oh, it's like the Avengers. Right, but Australia. I love it.
That's so cool.
I'll have to check that out properly later on. Thank you very much. This one's from Kojo Fit.
Oh!
These guys are really cool.
Aren't they the jeans?
Yeah, they sent me some jeans. They messaged me the other day.
They have all the Insta models' asses on the page.
Now me. So they sent me a couple of shirts and a pair of jeans. Hey.
Where the fuck's mine?
Fair enough. Thank you very much, Kojo Fit. Love you big time. I'm going to wear these on the weekend on stage.
They have all these little birds wearing them, and they didn't send me any. Am I not pretty enough? Am I not pretty enough?
This one's for you, Little Dixon.
I can't believe Kojo Fit didn't send me jeans.
Do they do jeans for chickie babes?
Yeah, I've seen all the girls' asses on Instagram many times.
Oh, I'll let them know that.
Nah, fuck them.
I'll let them know.
Nah, I'll wear my Supre jeans. Up yours.
This is weird. This is Pop Mart. So you open it like that. There you go. Have a look.
Thank you.
Open
That's so cool you got those jeans, though. You look very handsome in them.
Yeah,
you deserve them. What are these?
I don't know. What do we got? Oh, cool.
Harry Potter with Hedwig.
Do you want to? Do you leave them closed or do you open them?
Can I open them?
Yeah, of course you can open them.
Oh my
wow.
god.
Is that the same one? Oh, you don't know what's in there.
They're little.
Oh, I guess you don't know what's in there. That's cool.
Right.
These are Pop Mart.
These smell like Polly Pockets and Barbie and just that really good smell.
Is that Harry? Or maybe they are all Harrys.
And he's got a little stand. And Hedwig, look how little he is.
That's so cool.
Whoa.
Harry Potter with Hedwig. Okay.
Oh, he's beautiful.
That's so cool. Thank you, whoever sent that in.
Wow.
Not bad.
Hang on.
Oh, I've got one ball.
Go, darling.
This is to Isaac and Claire from Mark from Horsham.
Horsham?
We're just there.
Our
Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
I already know what this is, but it's very, very exciting. And he sent it with a letter.
Just show you.
It says, Dear Isaac and Claire, thank you both for the show in Horsham and allowing me to give you two in person. Thank you very much for the merch you gave me and the hospitality both showed. I very much enjoyed. I'm glad you enjoyed your gifts. This is sincerely from Mark Markson.
Love you, Mark. Thank you. I love my necklace. I've got it up in our bedroom. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Really, really cool. This is, I don't know if you know what this is, but this was created in 1937.
Wow.
And this is a German. Now, I've got a military collection going on, World War II collection going on. And this is a German, if I can get it open, a German bayonet from 1937. Now, the Nazis would have used this, and I've got a German helmet as well to go with it. But how cool is that? So that's it in its shape. That's quite a long knife. So
how did it get through the post?
I don't know, straight post, not paying attention.
Woo! That's so cool.
But yeah, thank you very much, Mark. Ladies and gentlemen,
awesome.
Hey, thank you all for sending this amazing stuff.
Thank you so
really,
much.
Really appreciate it. We love you long time, and we'll see you very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. My dick stinks. Toodle au revoir. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Dixon's drinking a Coke. It's great to be back here on the second channel. We've been away for 2 weeks.
Too long. 2 weeks too long.
We've missed you. We've been in America. Did you enjoy your time?
Absolutely loved it.
Great time. The worst part about America, though, are full of Americans, and I mean that with love.
Yeah, some of you are lovely, but...
LA and New York. Sorry, you're not our people. We love the people in Florida. And from what we heard a lot about, apparently Texas, like places like
You're our people!
You're our people. Regional people.
Yes.
People who live out in the country and not the big cities. I feel that's... you're grabbing your trap there. What's wrong? Tell the people...
so scripted.
Yeah, well, it is scripted, sort of. But tell the people...
No, something stupid just happened. I went, we've got to talk about this in the video.
What happened? Tell the people.
Alright, we were driving home from going and getting our wedding rings sorted. Woo! Anyway, and there's this house near us, and this lady feeds the ducks. Long story short, she's a bit of a crazy lady, but I like her.
She's nice.
She always has, really nice.
Well, Claire, let's not say we, when Claire rescued a duck, what was his name? Ernie the duck.
If you know, you know.
This is about a year, probably about 6 or 8 months ago. We found a duck on the side of the road. Claire rescued it because she's amazing. I was already walking in the other direction because I'm a pig. And, we didn't know what to do with it. We never raised a duck, but apparently this lady had, so we gave her to Ernie.
Yeah.
And she looked after him.
I've never heard anything since.
You do? I'm sure he's not dinner.
No, she wouldn't have.
She wouldn't have eaten him.
No.
Anyway, she gives out plants to people, which is very nice.
She leaves them out the front. So cool.
So cool.
Succulents.
And we drove past. You spotted out of the corner of your green thumb eye a giant plant. Not giant, it fit in the front of the car.
Ooh, I might have a photo.
Only just. And you demanded. You said, Butterfield, and we're picking that motherfucker up. So we pick it up. Claire throws a... Where is that photo? Okay, so that's her house. We picked it up from there. Didn't steal it. Yes, we didn't just steal it. We did check that because I originally thought that. Anyway, so we go there, we pick it up. Dixon throws a shoulder out, getting in the car, and it's like right there.
For those of you that care.
For the people that care. And then we proceeded to be invaded into the car by ants.
So many fucking green ants.
Green ants everywhere, and I was I was against the whole tree situation from the get-go. And you just decided to really give it to us and take us on. No, it's a lovely tree.
It looked cute out the back.
We definitely did risk our lives trying to get it. Now, there's a lot of things to catch up on, and I want to let you all know that there's a better way to catch up with what we're up to other than Claire's crook neck and what we did in America. Starting next week, there will be our podcast available on this channel, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't believe we're going to have a fucking...
We've got a podcast. Tell the people what it's called.
The Mum and Dad Show.
The Mum and Dad Show, because we're your mum and dad, and you can catch that Monday on this channel and Spotify, iTunes, and anywhere you get your podcast. So keep an eye out for that. But let's get in.
Like it. Very random.
We recorded it yesterday. I think it turned out really, really
I'm
good.
not so sure. I feel like it was very, very random. So I hope you like it.
I liked it.
I think people that really like this channel will like it.
You know what I like? I like women with big, giant cheeks. I like them with cheeks that you can't believe. And I'm talking about cheeks on your face.
Cheeks to suck on.
Ukrainian woman who's injected herself with filler to get the world's biggest cheeks undergoes even more injections.
Straight into the video. I love it.
I love it. I love it. A woman has undergone... Ladies and gentlemen, the birthday! How you buddy doing? And little Dickie, good evening. Hello, how you doing? Hello. Tell you what, we've met some lovely people over the last... Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second channel, the Butsman 2. We're talking about changing the name. We did mention that the other day, but I tell you what, you let us know in the comment section below if you have an idea for a name. If you come up with a really good one, we'll send you a merch pack.
Oh, yes.
Not bad at all. Little Dixon is with me as always. Go and follow her on Instagram. She posts some amazing things. Just beautiful things. We've got dogs in here crying. Littlefoot, what's wrong? Now, every single week, what we do is we sit here as good and happy people and in a really positive relationship, and we talk enormous amounts of shit about other people.
Oh, yes.
It's what we do best. And we do it for you people, for the good people out there, the good motherfuckers, which are the people that support the Bucks mom, and what are your people going to be? The good finger lickers.
No. KFC.
No,
the good Dicky Samaritans.
The good Dick Samaritans. Ladies and gentlemen, Littlefoot's eating a wig that's under my... Why is there a wig here?
That's from a long time ago.
Yes, so the good Dicky Samaritans, thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. And in this video, Little Dixon, can you explain to us what we have here today?
A gigantic butt.
A big old fat ass.
Big old bitty.
Bitty?
I don't know.
Is that a woman? A bitty's a woman now? A bitty's a woman. Big old bitty. All right.
Big bits.
Let's go and have a look at these big old bits.
It's very funny.
It's big.
I'm Diamond Doll, and I spend more than $40,000 on my body.
A yearly wage. Okay.
40K. Okay, so this lady has spent like what you get paid working at Woolies every day.
Yep.
For an entire year on her body. And I hate to say it.
Look shit.
Boyfriend might not be.
Hey.
Babe?
What's up, man? What are you gonna chat about?
Nothing too crazy.
I got ass implants, motherfucker.
Who's this big boy?
I think I know what's going to happen here. His fetish is big curvaceous.
What's it about with black dudes and big fat white
They
chicks?
love it.
Weird.
Not being racist.
Not being racist, but they do love it.
Just a little nervous because I don't know what you're gonna say.
Old mate looks like nervous here.
Looks like Juice WRLD.
He does look like Juice WRLD. He looks.
R.I.P.
He looks either she's going to tell him some bad news or he's about to drop his first album. I don't know, but either way, it's going to be interesting. Can you not?
Holy Jesus!
You ever watch Ghostbusters when that giant marshmallow dude walks down the street?
I know what you're talking about.
I imagine that's what his ass looks like.
I really like to dress sexy. Like, that's the only time I'm really comfortable in my clothes. I like to show the curves, so I love bodysuits, dresses. I was 21 when I got my first plastic surgery, and I got a BBL.
I can guess what it is.
Oh, the BBL.
Ooh.
So we
I thought
talked
she was
about-
going to say a big bolt-ons.
I think she may, I don't know. I think we've talked about BBLs before. And my issue with Brazilian butt lifts
I agree.
is you can train your ass to be bigger. You can just do a heap
Not
of
to that level,
squats.
probably, but
No,
yes.
not to that level, but do you want your ass to be that big?
Definitely.
How do you get around? Imagine all the old nanas you'd knock over at the shops. But yeah.
Oh, what about the other day when I ran into a lady? I ran into an old nana in at Woolies in the cereal aisle getting my crunchy nut. And instead of doing like the whole, oh sorry, excuse me, I was in like a weird fucking zone.
You said, I'll fucking smash your
I
life.
did not, and I said, oh shit, and she just looked at me and she was like, grabbed her pearls, she was all...
Have the pearls.
No, but she was...
You did have a knife out at this point.
I did.
And a Nike bum bag. So Eshe Dixon was at the fucking shops. Not bad, bud.
I bet your ass.
Before the surgery, my butt was 43 inches, and now it's 53 inches.
Do we have a measuring tape? How big's
In the bedroom.
43 inches.
Big.
That's big. Now it's 10 inches longer. So what's 10 inches? Like that? The fuck are you laughing at?
Oh, this is laughing because we're talking about doodles.
We're not talking about doodles. We're talking about her fat ass, Claire.
Badass!
I done a BBL, lipo, all over my stomach, my back, and I put fat in my butt.
Ew.
Isn't that the thing with the Brazilian butt lifts? Don't you you have to put on heaps of weight, like you eat heaps of food.
Same with the
boob one.
fat grafting for your tits.
So you got to gain
Sounds like
weight.
a dream come
Sounds
true.
like a great.
Oh.
Just smash as much food and then they suck it all out and stick it wherever
Put
you
it
want
in
it.
my titties. Sorry.
That'll be your autobiography when you're 90.
I have around 2 million followers
Oh,
on
well.
Instagram.
I wonder why they follow her. Do you reckon they follow her because... No, come on. Do you reckon they follow her because she's intelligent? Do you think it's because she is changing lives? Or do you think it's because dudes, particularly Indian dudes, they seem pretty prolific on Instagram,
They do.
jerking off over big white chicks?
I think the latter.
We think the latter.
When I get attention, I feel good about myself because as much as I love my body, I'm hard on myself sometimes. That's why I keep doing surgery, because I want to improve and be the best I can be.
You're not a fucking athlete. You fucking piece of shit. Oh, I'll be the best I can be. What? Around with your big fat ass and your huge tits and your bad back. Shut the fuck up.
When I was younger, I got bullied a lot, so I feel like now that I get all this attention, I feel like I can finally feel free and be liked.
Oh, I don't think she actually thinks that. I think she's saying that because other people who are actually sad say that, and she's trying to justify it.
I'm sick of this shit. You get jerked off over. Get over yourself.
For who I am.
Oh my god, stop with the slow-mo for fuck's sake. Slow-mo looks...
Get out of the car.
Looks shit.
Is there a little wet patch there? Is there a little wet patch there?
Listen, the lycra suit thing she's got on, I think it would play havoc with flaps.
Oh yeah, if you got big flippy flaps, if they're just flopping flooping, like, you're in trouble, babe. You're in trouble. By the way, I haven't even mentioned her giant tits.
Oh, you don't need to mention it. They speak for
Look
themselves.
at the size of them. That's like...
Wow! Oh!
Oh, I hate these two already.
I do too. Fuck me. It's another one.
Right, okay.
Why do they all call each other babe?
Hey,
in the comments, because you're normal chicks that watch this, what is it with all these fucking idiots calling each other babe? Half the time they fuck each other babe.
Babe, I fucked your man, babe! Oh, babe, did you enjoy his tiny dick? Yeah, babe, you didn't get me off for anything. Fucking ass, stupid fucking
Just
cunt.
a little nervous because I don't know what you're gonna say. What do you think about my breasts?
Damn, bitch! Damn! That's what he thinks.
I kind of want, like, you know, a little bit smaller because I want to kind of focus more on the trunk and the back.
I just think, you know, the health issues that can come after it, you know, you just gotta be careful.
Any more trunk in the back and you are going to have a garbage truck. Like, there couldn't be any more junk in the trunk. Ladies and gentlemen, we have learned today that true love is real. And it exists, and it only exists if you spend 40k on your asshole getting bigger and bigger by the day. Little Dixon, how would you like to wrap this video up?
Oh, I don't even know.
That's a spicy meatball. That's what I'd like to say about her. She is a spicy old meatball.
Oh, where's she get the money from to do it?
OnlyFans.
Right, don't worry. I have nothing to say. I'm just...
And that's what we should teach young women, is when you turn 18, spread your butt cheeks and you'll get money from dudes jerking off. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. I've got to talk about that business plan, by the way. Be a good motherfucker. Peace to the Middle East. Me dick stinks. Toodaloo. Au revoir. Bye.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second channel. Lil Buttsman. It's me, Isaac.
Your beard looked good then. Beautiful.
I often see comments people talk about your beard flowing in the breeze.
It's beautiful.
Thanks, mate. And little Diggy, she's back. She's here every week. She's bloody the queen of the channel. Hey, what are you smelling? You have to explain what you're smelling now, because that's weird.
I got an Aesop face cream and it smells...
Not sponsored, by the way. Bastards.
Fucking was. It is just amazing. Look at that colour.
Actually, you know what?
The ingredient list on this is just phenomenal.
Are you sure it's not sponsored?
How would I get it sponsored? It is a camellia nut facial hydrating cream, and they should send it to me for free.
What was that laugh? Oh my god. This works in perfectly with what today's video. Stop spinning it. Fuck me dead. Today's video is about a lady who all she eats every single day is... Are you okay? What's wrong?
My neck twitch.
Your neck's out of fashion, you're smelling creams. Can we focus on picking on people with mental illness, please? I think we'll just do a reaction to your strange addictions next week.
Yeah, laughing and giggling.
We're going to do a video all about a person who eats face masks. It'll work pretty well with what Claire was showing off before. But I found one just below, and it's called... She cooks lasagna in the display.
Yo. What you doing?
She's shooting up heroin. Lasagna out of the dishwasher.
I do believe that laundry detergent does run a scam on people. I learned how to conserve my detergent by my method at work.
She work. Taking blood, so hopefully at a hospital.
I hope so. Oh, the link.
Gotta save this.
What is she saving? Why is she saving lint?
I don't know.
Claire, why is she saving lint?
I don't know. Oh my god.
Secondly, I don't have to buy cotton swabs, so I use it to remove my nail polish.
That's what I'm going to start doing with you.
Listen. So Isaac tends to talk a bit of shit about me on the channel sometimes and in public.
I do not.
So I'd like it to be known that Isaac's favourite thing to do
What are you going to
in the
reveal?
entire world
Don't talk about me hemorrhoid cream on camera.
is to empty the lip tray out of the dryer and Chris in such joy and peace.
I show you every time, don't I?
You love it.
Oh, that
And I
reminds
love
me.
it. You love it.
I've still got, I don't know if you guys are interested, but I've still got laundry I need to take out of the dryer from yesterday.
I have some I have to put away too.
Well, it's been a great video.
See ya.
We got things to do.
It's my makeup. I'm using the lint.
Oh!
That's lint from underpants, socks, G-bangers.
Revolting. Rank.
Putrid. Delicious.
I am not worried about how sanitized lint is if the clothes have been dried and ran through the washer and they've been washed, therefore the lint is clean itself.
She got a good argument, but still no.
Yeah, you see, it makes sense. Like, okay, hey, the lint is clean. Congratulations. But,
How clean is clean?
like, I'm not saying she's going to get an infection from it, but it's like toilet water.
What?
If your house has got toilet water, which most houses do, and it's not hooked up to a water tank, that water in the toilet is clean. You could potentially drink it, especially if you clean the bowl occasionally, like I have to do every day after. Old mate over here. Old big dicks. Dicks does big shits.
Stephanie has countless money-saving tactics.
You better say hello again, will you?
One light bulb.
Roger, even though you said me 12 seconds ago.
She saves millions of dollars on her electric bill.
No way. No, I mean, no way. No way.
No, that's so.
As if you would do that. That is ridiculous.
She's trying to get clicks.
I was gonna say something else, but I couldn't think of what to say.
Wow, and how much would 2 pounds of the beef fat be?
Should've just made a fucking noise.
Take the beef fat.
You'll take the fat. I guess to cooking, maybe it's cheaper than all of it.
Satisfied with that? I have my ground beef over here. I'm going to stretch out the beef by adding the rest of this, or whatever's left from this.
What is that? Is it rice or is that discharge? What is that?
To stretch it out for the lasagna.
Oh,
By supplementing the meat with the beef fat,
that's fat? Fuck off!
Now, to save money, I multitask with washing dishes and cooking meals.
What?
I don't have anything fucking remotely funny to say about it.
I know that the video says she cooks lasagna in the dishwasher. I am not an expert.
What the fuck? Who the fuck cooks shit in a dishwasher?
Good cook, but I'm not an expert on cooking. You can't cook in
No.
You can cook in hot water. But you can't cook in the dishwasher.
I feel a bit crook watching this.
I just got
Oh my fuck.
really well, or else the food will get wet.
No shit. No shit.
with the dishwasher reaching a temperature of 170 degrees, the lasagna will be fully cooked in 1.5 hours.
How is that cheaper than the oven?
How does it cook it? It expands it all? I mean, wet?
No, the water's hot.
Yeah, but I don't get how that cooks a lasagna.
Because it's hot.
But it's water.
The water's hot.
But it's water.
But it's hot water. You can boil an egg.
But not lasagna.
I've never boiled lasagna.
You crisp it in the... I'm sorry.
It's got to be crispy.
The lasagna's in the dishwasher and it's cooking. Fish, hot dogs, lasagna.
She cooks fish in the dishwasher?
Telling people I'm not very excited. I don't want to be embarrassed.
How do you think the lasagna's going to turn out?
Terrible.
Look, I'm sure it's fine, but knowing all that extra fats in it just...
Yeah, it's a bit gross.
Oh.
Like, I've cooked in beef tallow, but not...
Have you? What's tallow?
Tallow's beef fat. Yeah. Your mum cooks in goose fat.
Yeah.
Like, the fat is fine, but cooking it in the fucking dishwasher? What is wrong with you? Are you stupid?
Yeah, it's good, right?
To be cooked in a dishwasher? Does lime tastes like water. W-A-T-E-R, water.
Good spelling, bros.
That was very embarrassing, very, like,
What the fuck?
what the heck? She's pretty cheap.
How do you have so many friends?
Yeah, why would they come over if they know what your fucking wife's like?
Oh.
Okay. Little Dixon, our scale of 1 to Gordon Ramsay, how good was that lasagna?
At Preston.
Preston. Cooking lasagna in a dishwasher, probably not the best way to do it.
No.
You're probably better off, I don't know, sticking over your ass and heating it up. That'd probably be a better way to cook it, to be perfect.
Under the bed sheet.
Throw it under the bed sheets after a bit of Dutch oven action. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucking peace in the Middle East. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. A new video every single Thursday. Toodle-wop-wop, bye-bye.
Bye.
Female body hair is disgusting. Okay? I'm not talking about peach fuzz. I'm not talking about a little bit of peach fuzz that's there after a couple of days. Like, who gives a shit, right? I'm talking about the ladies who genuinely think they're defeating the patriarchy by growing a big old bush under their underarms. G'day, you good motherfuckers, the Buttsman here. And
Oh my fucking god, oh my fucking god, heal! Heal, you fucking cunt!
That all of the people on TikTok seem to have just migrated from Twitter.
Oh my god, fucking heal, you fucking cunt, Desmond!
Bunch of woke whingers that you ever did meet. And
You fucking shit!
I had this great idea the other day. I thought to myself, you know what would be fun? If I could go out and do a bit of a social experiment. Let's see if I could say something so tiny, so little, so who gives a fuck, and upset all of TikTok. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can safely say that I succeeded. I made fun of a topic that they hold so dear that they went into full crisis mode. I made a video about female underarm hair. Okay, I'm going to freak everybody out. I'm going to upset some people, and I enjoy doing that. Female body hair is disgusting.
Yeah, I don't have a Snickers to calm you down, but I've got brakes.
I know this topic is going to upset some people. In the video, I went on to say, I'm not talking about, like, you know, a couple of days of growth of hair. Who gives a shit, right? Everyone's got hair. I'm talking about the chicks that have the big hairy bushes and think they're changing the world. They're the chicks I'm talking about. The ones that think they're defeating the patriarchy by growing fucking moss under their arms. No one gives a shit, love. You're not achieving shit. And as the leader of the patriarchy, I followed it up with this clanger. You don't have to find it attractive, but to find it repulsive is what separates the men and the boys. Okay, gents, let me know in the comments section, do you find a lady with big hairy underarms super hot, or is it super gross? I'm going to say super gross. Bye. I'm sure you can imagine that went down very well. But first, ladies and gentlemen, this video is brought to you by Manscaped.com. Right, little Dickie, listen up.
What's up, big fella?
It's a new year and it's time for a new me.
Oh, good. What have you got planned?
I'm going to get off the beers, the midnight pizzas, the dirty kebabs. I'm going to drop some kilos.
Oh, nice. I have an idea if you really want to lose some weight.
Oh, please, any ideas you have, I'd love to hear them.
Shave that fucking bush. You're not a caveman. Manscape that fucker. You'll probably drop like 3 kilos. Not to mention, it's going to make your dick and balls look at least half bearable. You desperately need the Lawnmower 4.0 from Manscaped. It's not a question of if you need it, you fucking need it.
That's some really strong words, you know.
Not as strong as the odour that's billowing from your loins. Any self-respecting man would get the Performance Package 4.0 from Manscaped.com to start the year off right. By the way, you also need the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and also the Crop Reviver Ball Toning Spray to save little old me from whatever animal died underneath your gooch.
So you're telling me that if I finally get the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0 and the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 and the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and the Crop Reviver Ball Toning Spray, they've also got this one for you
get those? It's fucking amazing. Are you telling me that if I get those, that you'll finally love me?
No, you still made me sick, but it'll help. Head to manscaped.com/Butterfield for 20% off and free shipping.
So does this mean that we're finally together? Are you going to delete your Tinder?
Not a chance, dickhead. Now, back to the video.
So I made the underarm video, not to be confused with Under Armour. I made the underarm video straight after I did a video on body positivity for women. And I basically said in that video that everyone is really being positive towards fat chicks, and yet dudes see really ripped dudes in the movies and we're supposed to look like that. Or, have you ever seen porn stars, male porn stars with 12 inches? I'm over here running around with a 2-incher and I've got fucking nothing going on. Anyway, the reason I told you that is because there's a few of those reaction videos in here from some angry people as well. I thought I'd mix them in just for a bit of fun. Are we ready to see some of the reactions? This was fucking amazing. Without further ado, let's go. Do you find a lady with big, hairy underarms super hot?
Thank you for asking this question. Personally, I find it super hot.
Okay. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, I know.
Who's Karen? Everyone's a winner with eBay's money back guarantee.
No.
The things I do for you, man.
You're right, Mimmy Noodlehead, you're fucking right there, mate. I know I'm under your skin so fucking far, and I'll tell you what, it makes me joyous.
You know what's way more gross than hair on a woman's body? Men who are so entitled that they literally believe that they have the right to tell women where they can and cannot grow hair.
Excuse me, I absolutely have that right. In Australia, we might not have the right to bear arms, we may not have the right to free speech, but we have the right to tell chicks what to do with their bodies.
And like, full disclosure, I'm not super into body hair myself, including my own body. Like, I shave my body clean.
Oh, so you also don't like female body hair, but you're too scared to say it. By the way, female body hair is fine. You got a bush, good on you. You got some hair on your arms, good fucker. Everyone's got hair. I'm talking about the real hairy ones that think they're changing the world. And if you like chicks with hairy underarms, that's fine. It's preferences. We're allowed to have preferences. Some girls don't like beards, which is insane, but some girls don't like beards, and that's fine, all right? Some people like to smell their girlfriend's farts, and I put that on the same level as hairy underarms. They're both exactly the same level of gross.
But I do like this part the best.
And hot tip, you're not destroying the patriarchy or saving the wage gap or saving the whales or anything like that just by not shaving. All you're doing is making people look at you and go, fucking ooh.
The irony here is definitely not lost on me. Because, like, the fact that you, a man who perceives himself as powerful and influential, the fact that you're so upset by this proves that it's kind of working.
Excuse me, I am very influential. I have hundreds of thousands of fans all across the globe. And I know I have them because I've heard hundreds and thousands of people scream out to me out of their cars or in public, "Me dick stinks," and that is fucking commitment. If that's not power and influence, I don't know what is.
Speaking of irony, I was wondering, why is it that you are so vehemently against hair? Like, why would you be so interested in getting people...
Why do you give a fuck, shit hair?
My theory once again proven, because the sun is setting on that hairline, bitch.
Drew of Flu, I know that laugh. If you don't know who that crazy bitch is, check out my video from the other day. In these responses, and there was over 1,000 of them, a lot of people talked about something I hold very near and dear to my heart. This old baby, my hairline. So, as I say all the time, I'm very pro-body positivity, and I'm positive about my hairline, because here's the thing, on my mother's side, they go bald early. On my father's side, they go grey early. So I'm fucked either way. I've got grey hairs, I've got balding head, man. I've got a lot of things wrong with me. You ever notice why I've got red skin all the time? I have psoriasis, I have bad psoriasis, I have it in my hair and my beard. These are things that I have, okay? So when you attack my receding hairline, you're attacking all bald people, which includes cancer patients. So do you think it's funny to laugh at cancer patients? Yeah, fucking mongrels. Female body hair is disgusting.
Is it then? Then take me off the roster, eh, mate?
Take you off the roster, take you off the list. Where's the list? You're not on the list!
All these fucked up bitches with their underarm.
I honestly don't care. If you have underarm, so what? I have underarm hair. Whoop-de fucking do. What?
Nobody likes being watched, dudes.
Why do you care? Why do you care?
What do I care? He's gonna do, he's gonna do. He's talking about there,
Shut up.
what do you say?
Shut up!
What do you say?
Oh my god.
Yeah, seriously,
That. I might tell you to shave your puss, but I wouldn't tell you to shave your armpits. If you want to shave your armpits, be my guest. I don't really care if you do or not. What?
what are you going to the armpit for?
Shut up!
What are you doing for my armpit? What do you say?
Shut up!
Oh, what a cat.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh my, gross. Have you seen your hairline, bro? Like, it is disappearing rapidly.
Wow, that's too
Stop mentioning his hairline.
in front of cancer patients, cancer children, cancer women.
I am shocked and appalled. My good sir, you are definitely entitled to your opinion. If you don't like body hair, then don't date a woman with body hair. But to call it just outwardly disgusting when you have a literal
What do you want now?
on your chin,
Hold up.
I guarantee
Who what?
you don't
Who when?
probably don't wash under your feet, and you're probably
Isaac Butter.
Who's Isaac Butter?
Isaac Butterfield.
Who's Isaac Butterfield?
He's an Australian comedian.
Where?
Huh?
Where?
He lives in New South Wales.
Well, so where is he?
I'm watching his YouTube video
He's
on.
talking to the YouTube. You do realise I can't hear you?
I don't care.
I still think it's your imaginary friend. Is he sitting on that chair? What's his name? Isaac Butterfield.
Fuck off, I don't have an imaginary friend.
What'd you say, Isaac Butterfield?
Shut up!
Alright, Isaac Butterfield is on here.
Shut up, I don't have an imaginary friend.
Well, you're talking to someone like it is.
correctly because you think it's gay.
Fucking pardon? I absolutely clean between my butt cheeks. I go over my grandfather's, I grab his high pressure hose, I take it home and I shove it up between my cheeks and I spray that shit out of there because I care about my public image.
Like, I'm so glad that this white man had decided to declare to all the internet what is disgusting or not on women.
Thank you. That means so much coming from you. You are welcome.
I enjoy doing that. Female body hair is disgusting. Okay? I'm not talking about peach fuzz.
I remember this guy. I did a gig with him many years ago, doing the same routine about hair on women and how ugly it is. I went on after him and, just talked about how he probably doesn't know what to do with a woman with hair, but I do.
Oh, we can.
Many drinks that night.
Hey, I remember you. Your name is Geraldine Hockey. I know you might even know Geraldine because she's been on the TV. She's been on Channel 10 and she's been on the ABC. She gets gigs and she is funny. I remember doing a show with her. She's not like white man funny. She gets her gigs because of the way she looks. Sorry, not sorry. I seem to recall, Geraldine Hockey, that I had a pretty good set that night, but I don't think I had any hairy women jokes. I'm sure I've done them, but I don't think I did. And as for me going home alone and you getting bought drinks at a pub, yeah, I went home with my partner because I had to work the next day, and you got bought drinks at the bar by randoms. Woo! Congratulations. Hope you had a good night.
Female body hair is disgusting. Okay? I'm not talking about peach fuzz. I'm not talking about a little bit of peach fuzz that's there after a couple of days. Like, who gives a shit, right?
I'm talking about the ladies who genuinely think they're defeating the patriarchy by growing a big old bush under their underarms. Gee, thanks for proving my point, you gross lady. And she just spends the entire video doing this, but it's the caption that got me. Alright, are you ready for this? Tell me you're a pedo without telling me you're a pedo. Now
Tell you a pedo about being a pedo. Has underarm hair.
Basically what they're saying is if you like
shows underarm hair,
trimmed bush or no bush, then you like little kids, because that's what little kids have. They don't have pubes, they haven't gone through puberty. I don't give a fuck about pubes. Pubes are pubes, who gives a shit, right?
True.
Little bush, fucking go for it, it's all good. But I just think that 99% of men would prefer a trimmed bush. Some dudes don't, and it's up to you.
That is true. We do prefer a trimmed bush. A trimmed puss.
I believe that there is one that finds, hairy underarms attractive. Not.
Oh wait, I do. The last guy I fucked, the guy I fucked before that, and your father.
Not my dad! You stay away from my dad. You stop it. I don't know, maybe this is a part of the patriarchy, but I don't think your dad jokes have the same ring to them as your mum jokes. If you say, oh, I fucked your dad, people are just like, oh.
Do you find a lady with big, hairy underarms super hot, or is it super gross?
You ask this question as if we give a fuck about your opinion. I don't give a fuck if a man finds it attractive or not. Okay, if I don't want to shave under my arms, I'm not going to shave under my arms. And that's none of your fucking business.
Well, I'll tell you what, for a group of people who don't give a fuck, you seem to be giving a lot of a fuck.
Disgusting.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Behind curtain number 1. Oh, yummy.
Well, ladies and
ew, not yummy. I'd rather snap my fucking neck.
Ladies, I ask you this. What will you do with your newfound power?
Oh, but that's not all. You also win some truly delectable, long, luscious leg hair. Oh.
Long?
Trail?
Excuse me, Long, I have long leg hair. Longer than yours, and mine is luscious because I brush my leg hair. Yes! Yes, I do! With my foot.
Beginnings of a little beard thanks to testosterone. Yeah, I've been putting this on my body every day for the last 118 days. For the purpose of growing a beard. For the purpose of having more body hair.
Well done, love. You're killing it. Everyone does everything to get a root. That's why people do everything.
You need to get your priorities straight, man.
Listen up, Marilyn Manson's autistic cousin. I'm not taking it. Fuck right off.
With big, hairy underarms, super hot, or is it super gross? I'm going to say super gross. Bye.
It's a nice hot day today as well, so it kind of stinks a little bit from here. I've got a bit of a musk going. Pretty sure I've got more hair than you do as well. It's a little bit embarrassing. But seriously, the kind of guys that are attracted to me are exactly the kind of guys I want to attract. And armpit hair is a really great way to weed out the ones that are too insecure to handle it.
And it's that attitude right there why women only earn 77 cents to a man's dollar.
Do you find a lady with big, hairy underarms super hot, or is it super gross?
Okay, wait though. Do you have a portrait of yourself on the wall behind you? Because that explains a lot.
Yes, I do. That's the Kramer, or my version of the Kramer. It's my head on the Kramer. If you've never seen the Kramer, wake up to yourself. And also, what, you don't have a fucking portrait of yourself in your house? It must be nice living in a low socioeconomic area. Right, one more. This is the last one, because I'm fucking... It's going to give me an aneurysm in a minute.
Do you find a lady with big, hairy underarms super hot, or is it super gross?
I saw that self-portrait in your background, so I thought I'd draw you another portrait of yourself. I think you'll really like this one. Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give in. TikTok has proven once and for all that they are so easy to upset. Here is the truth, the honest truth, and if you bothered to wait this long into the video, you get to hear it. If you have hairy underarms and you're a woman, all the power to you, sister. You fucking go for it. If you want to grow your hairy legs out, all the power to you. I don't give a fuck. It's just one of those things that you see, you make fun of, and then you react to, so I make a video on it. If you didn't make a big song and dance about it, I wouldn't have made this video. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comment section what you think. And also, please, hit the post notification so you get notified every time I post a video. I post 4 times a fucking week, ladies and gentlemen. Be a good motherfucking peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. Toodle all club.
Like nearly 5 million others, we're both with one. Took him a while though.
You too could be better off with a super fund run for you. Just look for the symbol.
Oh my god, shut up.
Listen with Audible. Enjoy audiobooks and...
I'm sorry. Okay, listen. Look, I'm apologizing in advance because I found a new guy and this video's not going to be fun, okay? On this channel, we find weird guys and we go, whoa, what's that guy's deal? Why is he doing that? Stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have been attacked, verbally assaulted, absolutely destroyed by someone on the internet, demolished by a no-holds-barred fat activist. It would appear, ladies and gentlemen, that one side of YouTube, the very far left side of YouTube, is very upset at me. Why? Because I happen to have made 1 or 2, maybe 15 videos about fat women. Now, before I get into this video and explain what has happened, I will say this. I welcome critique. I know that I've made mistakes in the past and I've said things or done things that even me right now doesn't agree with. I've changed as a human being. I've been on this platform for some time now. You can't expect me to have the exact same opinions that I had 4 or 5 years ago. We evolve, we adapt, and we change the people we are. I think that's healthy. I'm not married to my opinions, and nor should you be. But I tell you this, the critique that was made of me in this video, that goes for 36 fucking minutes, was not it. It was not the critique that I could learn anything from. It was nothing. It was hilarious. It was fun for me to sit back and watch this tiny little boy get uncomfortable and squirm whilst watching me. It was enjoyable. Let's meet this little man. His name is, I've forgotten it, Noah Sampson. And Noah is nothing short of a soy boy SJW cuck, flower freak, simp, and a commie.
I know you're gonna call me a soy boy, cuck, SJW, flower freak, simp, commie.
Wow. Great minds think alike, Noah. Noah is a 24-year-old YouTuber with 168,000 subscribers. He's growing quite big, and he loves Bosch, and he uploads about once a week or so. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. He loves this man. Young Noah and his Ned Flanders mustache are a part of leftist YouTube, which is also known as BreadTube. Why? Fuck knows. These leftist YouTubers or BreadTubers are basically a group of cranky, pale white men who read the Communist Manifesto once and now have a Che Guevara cum rag. Noah has done some very interesting videos, some of which I may even enjoy, but this video he went after the master of bringing people into the alt-right. Apparently, me. In a brilliant video that the likes of 60 Minutes would be very proud of. Entitled, Fatphobic Comedy, in quotation marks, basically suggesting that it's not comedy, is the worst. Let's take a seat and enjoy Noah's breakdown.
The actual stand-up is just more edgy for the sake of being edgy stuff.
Guns don't kill people, alright? They don't. Vaccines give kids autism, and then... they go on to kill people. Okay, so for the first, let's say, few minutes, Noah decides to, in his most enthralling and boring voice, debunk some of my stand-up from 2019 with memes of people not laughing. Now, these aren't his memes, but, you know, well done, Noah. That's really great content there. And you don't have to like it, Noah. You don't have to like my stand-up. That's fine. But don't say it's not funny. Mate, I sell out shows not to be a fucking dickhead here, but I sell out shows everywhere I go, and the crowd laughs the entire show. Okay? Therefore, you're fucking wrong. Suck me off.
I want to go through one of his recent videos from last week. It's called Welcome to Fat Talk. It has around 200,000 views in just a few days. And let's just start by doing that right now. Because the sooner we start, the sooner it can be done. And we cannot have to look at this stuff anymore. Forever, hopefully. I don't know.
G'day, you motherfuckers, a Buttsman here. Hey, that's me screaming at the camera. Now, in the beginning of this video, it is the first evidence of me with malicious...
Are you fucking kidding me?
Piece of shit. And it's
Fuck off!
Lizzo, the body positive singer who's, you know, fucking, you know, large and in charge, and her backup dancers who are also large and in charge.
What's up, y'all? It's Lizzo. I'm looking for dancers to join me on my tour. Girls that look like me don't get representation.
Okay, so the reason I have an issue with Lizzo is that she promotes body acceptance. Now, I know that sounds good in theory, and in a lot of cases it is, particularly with things that we can't change about ourselves. But she also promotes fat positivity and health at every size. Things we know, even though Noah will sit there and go, no, 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 no. Things we know are bullshit. And I know that Noah's trying to be nice here, and I genuinely think he's trying to be a nice person. Like, look at the things that he references in the description as evidence to back him up. Fat activism, basics playlist. Fat radicalism, a leftist introduction to fat politics. Unsolicited, the Fatties Talk Back podcast. Both sides of fat. Shut the fuck up, Noah. You are down deep in a rabbit hole of bullshit, and I think you are drowning, my friend. My issue with Lizzo and people like her is that they promote people giving up, accepting their bodies for what they are. And once again, that sounds nice in theory, but in reality, what they are doing is ceasing any attempt that they have to better themselves. I get fucking messages every single week from people saying to me, because of your videos, talking about how we can exercise, how we can better ourselves so we can control the calories going in and expenditure going out, I have lost X amount of weight, right? I get that every single week, and people are like, I thought I could never change myself. I'm better, I'm healthier, I feel better, I've got a girlfriend, I've done this, I've done that, I've done all these things. Not to mention, if you continue to get big and grow and be healthy at every size, you will die younger than other people. That is why I have an issue with Lizzo. That's why I call the body positivity movement bullshit. That's why I hate fat acceptance. And that's why you, Noah, can get fucked.
I'm Jessamine Stanley. I've been told I don't look like an athlete. They are dead wrong.
Shut the fuck up, lady. Whoa, wait. You have to remain body positive throughout this entire video. That is quite a challenge. I will try.
Okay, so he's a comedy guy, right? Humor is when you tell people to shut the fuck up because of the way that their body looks.
No, Noah. Now you know I wasn't doing that. I was telling her to shut the fuck up because she was suggesting that she was an athlete. And as you can probably tell by the way that she looks, an athlete is one of the things that she definitely is not. It's just not her. That's not what she is. She is an overweight, obese lady, okay? She may partake in athletic endeavours, but she's not an athlete. And not only is she an overweight lady, she is an overweight, obese lady who is spreading the message that it's okay to be an overweight and obese lady, which of course it is. It is okay to be those things, but you shouldn't try and be those things. You shouldn't give up trying to better yourself. That is all I'm saying here. By spreading messages exactly like this, you give people subconscious permission to travel the path of least resistance. And that's what people love doing. They love giving up. They love stopping any attempt to better themselves, and that is exactly what people like this lady do. Now, I do think that Noah has a little bit of a thing for the fat ladies. Why else would you make an entire video defending them? Now, it's fine if you love fat chicks. You and your little mustache that used to be occupied by Maud Flanders. That's fine. If you're into that shit, fuck yeah, bros. Good stuff. But don't portray me as some evil piece of shit when I'm just being, you know, fucking accurate. In reality, the messages that you are helping spread in this video are detrimental to people's lives, though. Alright? You know
know that?
This is just wrong. Promoting obesity or unhealthy living is not what body positivity or body acceptance movements are about.
I completely disagree, but go on saying nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
This is a common misconception that is perpetuated by people like Isaac who are being deliberately dishonest. So I want to elaborate on this briefly. There are many different schools of thought when it comes to body image movements, and they often intersect and overlap. I used body positivity in the title of this video because I think that accurately describes most of what Isaac shows. But there's also body acceptance, body neutrality, fat positivity, fat activism, health at every size, fat liberation.
Wow, Noah. Leave some pussy for the rest of us, mate. I bet you got all the chicks flowing in after you've defended them. I tell you what, listening to a man your age, 24 years old, using phrases like fat liberation without a hint of irony or sarcasm is hilarious. Fat liberation, like many other words that Noah uses in his daily life, are absolute bullshit. They mean nothing. They're plucked from the air to make people feel better about themselves. God. Now, just to be very clear, I don't think people should be discriminated against because of their weight, but I also don't think that that should be promoted. That is all I'm saying here. People all over the globe struggle with their weight, and then when they hear from people that, no, you don't need to change, you're perfect, you're powerful, and the world's wrong, not you. When people hear that, they just give up. They say, that's enough, it's all over, I can just give up. They become liberated, right? They live in a world where they can eat as much as they want, they can grow as big as they want, and if they are a female, then they have to be found attractive, otherwise whoever doesn't find them attractive gets called a bigot, and anyone who makes fun of that gets called a bigot or gets attacked, or Noah makes a video about you. Noah, mate, I know you're getting all the puss. Maybe you need to fucking have a good hard look at yourself and your shit little mustache. On the topic of the mustache, alright, I feel like I've led everybody astray. There's no way that Noah is Ned Flanders. There's no way that you're Ned Flanders. Ned Flanders is a sexy man. He's fucking ripped, right? Look at this. That is a hot man. That's not Noah. All right, that is not Noah. Noah's never been to the gym in his life, all right? That is Ned Flanders. He's too good looking. In fact, I think the only way to continue this long-riding mustache joke, which is a bit shit, I will give you, is by calling him the only person in the Flanders clan that Noah actually looks like, and that is Todd Flanders.
With the Adidas advertisement, the point being made is that athletes come in all shapes and sizes, and rigid norms about what athletes are supposed to look like only serve to perpetuate unnecessary stigma around our bodies. And this is absolutely true. I mean, I feel like Isaac would have no problem calling this person an athlete.
No. Of course I wouldn't, Todd. That's Eddie Hall, who held the world record for the deadlift for many years. Look at him. He is fucking jacked. He trains every day. He's enormously strong. Yes, he has a bit of a belly, but it's also abs. If you've got a large stomach/belly and you also have abs at the exact same time, I guess you could be called an athlete. So yes, Eddie Hall is an athlete. Old chubby McFucking yoga chick, not an athlete. She might be very good at yoga. She might be the best yoga person. She could be a yogi master. But she's still a supremely overweight human being, supremely obese, and I'm sorry, all right? I know hot yoga's tough and all that type of stuff, but she's just stretching. She's just stretching, mate. She's just stretching.
And to be clear, yes, Jessamine absolutely is an athlete. She's been doing this for a long time, and she's helped a lot of people. To get an idea of how, just take a look at some of the comments on one of her popular yoga routine YouTube videos.
Okay, so because she's helped people, that makes her an athlete. Okay, let's go and watch one of her videos and see how much of an athlete she is.
Just inhaling, exhaling, rounding the spine, round, pressing into the fingertips. You know, like the forearms come down to the ground, the throat comes down to the ground, the heart comes down. And with my belly, I literally like to pick it up and move it places. So I'll move my belly inside of my left thigh. Forehead comes down to a block. Whew. You can take the blocks out.
Okay, so I didn't see too much athleticism. I saw some stretching and I heard heavy breathing. That was about it. But yeah, same as Eddie Hall, the guy who held the world record for the deadlift. Nice one, Todd. Nice one.
Isaac moves on to bring up a story to try to illustrate the problem that he's talking about here. And this one is really bad, so just apologies in advance. one of the worst ones.
Don't believe me how dangerous this happens to be? Well, I have some evidence. Massey University's queer fat studies lecturer and fatalicious feminist dies suddenly in her sleep at 42. Kat pauses work, focused on the impacts of fat stigma, and made it her life's mission to spread body positivity and health at every side. Health at every side killed you in your sleep at 42 years old.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, like I said before, just a sad excuse for comedy having to rely on shock value like that.
There's no shock value. She's an extremely overweight and obese woman, and unfortunately that drops her life expectancy greatly. She dies at a young age, which sucks for a family, alright? But we don't have any emotion in this, so we can look at it without the emotion, right? Why I featured it, and it plays a huge role in this story, is what she teaches, right? Fat studies. She's a fatalicious feminist. Now, I'm no doctor, but if someone who teaches fat studies is fat herself and dies at a young age, you would think that maybe, potentially, in some crazy world, maybe her size had something to do with her death. Maybe it didn't, but I'm sure it didn't fucking help Todd. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Especially sad and cruel, because he actually lied in order to make this joke. The professor's cause of death is still unknown, and he is aware of this, but it doesn't stop him from using her death as a punchline.
I use a lot of people's deaths as punchline, but of the top 10 leading causes of death in the world, premature death of young people, 60%, 6 out of 10 have obesity as the leading cause of those illnesses.
And lasers, I could
And she teaches people fat studies. Do you see the irony here, Todd? Do you understand why it's funny? This lady teaches fat studies and dies at a young age of being fat. Apparently, allegedly, potentially. I don't know. I'm not a medical doctor. Who the fuck knows? For you, Todd, and your little fucking band of little mustache-wearing freaks, for you to assume that her weight didn't play a role in this is disingenuous. You said, I don't know. How the fuck do you know? You're lying to form your narrative, doing the exact same thing that you accuse me of doing.
There's just something very unsettling to me about him doing this and his viewers seeing it and just going, yeah, that's comedy, that's normal. Because again, the underlying logic is that fat people who die probably deserve to get made fun of because they had it coming, even if they didn't.
No, it's funny because she died and she was a fat studies lecturer, teaching people about the wonderful world of being obese. It's irony, okay? You write that down, big dog. If you can't giggle at that, then you, Todd, and all your little fans are a bunch of boring. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. These elephants.
You see, this joke is funny because he's...
No, they're not. Their job is to fucking do whatever is necessary to
so it's a very
take out conduits.
But I tend to think that if a giant fat man was doing the things that these giant fat ladies were doing, people would make jokes about it, and I don't think Todd would have a problem with it. This is where the problem stems from. Body positivity, fat acceptance. What did you say before? Fat liberation. Fuck off. It's only...
There's nothing liberating about being a fat fuck, thank you very much.
Not only is it untrue and ridiculous...
There isn't!
It's also only for one sex. See why people have a problem with it, mate? Are you not a tiny bit taken back by this lady? Yes, this one right here. Are you not a tiny bit taken back by all of those folds moving in unison? Even just for the slight fact that it's a little bit hypnotic. The reason I have an issue with this is look at the comment section. A lot of larger women going, yeah, we can do it too, we can do it. And yes, you can do it, but you should also try to not be giant. And the double standard. Because everyone, even the people in the fat positivity movement, think that fat women are beautiful, but fat men are gross. And that's why I call this movement bullshit. Because there is an enormous double standard.
Lying again. He's making shit up. He's making stuff up in his mind.
No, not lying. But please, you have the floor. Please continue with your beautifully lit studio that looks like the inside of a public toilet. with the fluorescent lights that stop people shooting up. Interesting choice.
My name's Isaac Butterfield, and I'm spreading misinformation on the internet like a little freak. So this double standard thing is another common trope about body positivity activists, and it's rooted in misogyny and relies on a few assumptions. So first, he assumed that all the positive comments on this video are from fat women, and then he goes on to assume that if a man were dancing in the video instead of a woman, all the people praising her would instead be shaming the man. He did not go to these people's profiles to show that they view men in that way, that they've shamed men before for being comfortable at every size.
But nor did you. So who are you to say that they don't? You've come out here, Todd. I understand what you're doing. You've come out here and say, well, Isaac doesn't know that for a fact. But nor do you. You're saying that I'm assuming, and you're backing that up with evidence that you're just assumed. We're all assuming things based on things that we've seen in the past, and because of the people that you surround yourself with, you probably don't see it at all. But if you're a person like me and you like to listen to both sides of arguments, you go and you find out. You actually go and have a look, not just sit there in your fluorescent studio.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
You're fucking assuming. So how do we come to a conclusion here? Well, the reason I'm assuming...
She's killing drug dealers. Drug dealers deserve to die.
I'm assuming this because of the things that I've seen throughout the body positivity, fat positivity movement. I see the way that people get so angry when anyone dares talk about a woman pushing the idea that being fat is powerful and beautiful and wonderful and all that type of stuff, but would never go into bat for a dude doing the same. And I just don't think dudes would do it. I think the reason they do that is because their mates would say to them, what the fuck are you doing? You're way too fat. And that's why men earn $1 and women only earn 77 cents. It's a little more realistic. Now, I will ask you this.
Okay, so the girl
Okay,
stops off for
I'm sure you'll watch this. I'm sure you'll make a reaction with all your boys. Let me go to this lady right here. Is she attractive? I want to know. Do you find her attractive? Do you think she's healthy? Do you think she will live a long life? Would you say she's overweight? Do you think she's a healthy size for someone her height? Please, answer me those questions. Please, Todd Flanders, answer me those questions.
I don't want to
answer those questions.
It's especially wrong because this is what he's using to justify fat shaming and demonize the entirety of the body positivity movement. Also, it's worth...
Oh, shut the fuck up, you ugly mustache-wearing piece of shit.
Fat shaming her. Is this legal? Bruh, just why? There is a difference between confidence and just absolutely no.
Okay. Fair point. I'm sorry about that. I'll go through the comments now and see if I can back up my claims. Okay. This is an original video by Brittany Bliss titled Reposting This Until TikTok Brings Back the Original Video Because Fat Girls Are Allowed to Wear Bikinis on the Beach. Great video. This is from the only Gucci bird. Girl, you're beautiful. Don't listen to anyone. This is from Ella. People are so rude here. You are beautiful. She's 10 Elixir. Nice. So beautiful. This is gorgeous. Looks gorgeous. Some of these comments need to grow up. Seriously. You go, Queen. You rock it, honey. Yes. There are mean comments in this comment section, like every comment section. But I would say, as someone who has a doctorate in mathematics, the vast majority would have to point in the other direction, suggesting that she's beautiful and she's powerful and don't change and all those type of things, feeding into this idea that it's okay to be obese. And when I say it's okay, I don't mean it's okay as in, like, hey, it's okay, you can do you. You can do you. Okay is in the idea, hey, it's healthy for you. Which again, it's not, you'll die at a young age. Here's a little bit more from her blog, just for shits and gigs. I believe communication with aliens is vibrational. Nice. I also did happen to look at her OnlyFans, which was an awful move.
Don't bounce it if they don't bounce with air, no boobs are mine.
That video right there is responsible for 99% of all bulimia cases worldwide.
Eating disorders as a punchline. Eating disorders as a punchline. Eating disorders as a punchline.
Wow, okay. Don't make eating disorder jokes around Todd. He can't digest them. Let's try some other punchlines. Okay, that clip right there was responsible for all the erectile dysfunction in the entire world. That clip right there is responsible for AIDS. That clip gave that fat in Wuhan COVID. That lady right there makes me harder than Anne Frank's rigor mortis ridden body in 1945. Maybe we should have just stayed with the eating disorder bit. Hey, Todd? Now, she might be a lovely person, don't get me wrong. But this attitude of I'm so beautiful, I'm gorgeous, I'm lovely.
How fucking stuck up your own ass are you that you say those things out loud? And get over yourself.
She didn't say those things out loud, Isaac. She didn't say anything, actually. She was just standing there in a dress, vibing to a song. I know that upsets you, Isaac, but that doesn't mean you get to put words in her mouth, all right?
Okay.
I hate this mustache wearing creep.
This one, and I tell you what, I do.
Yo, guy with mustache. You look like a pedo.
That smells good. Why didn't I take some cash off those dealers? Money, why do you hate me? Be my friend, Money. Come to me. Let's bond.
Surprise!
G'day you good motherfuckers, these videos are so hard to make. Because yeah, sure, they're funny in the moment, alright? You look at these people, you think, oh my god, they're so crazy, they're so silly, they're ridiculous. But then, when the camera stops rolling, you sit back and think, oh my god, if we get invaded, we are so In saying that, let's sit down and enjoy these woke TikToks part 2.
Let's see, so I find women, men,
You're not getting away.
trans people, non-binary people attractive.
Thanks for sharing that, you fucking reptilian. What is going on here?
I just don't feel like I fall into any categories that society wants to put me in.
You have a giant hole in your fucking nose, and not your nostrils. It's a third nostril. You got pink tattooed eyes. We know you don't fit in. We know. Of course you don't. You can't dress like that and expect to fit in. That's insane.
So, are we assigning our baby a gender? And if so, what is that gender? So, short answer is, we are not assigning them a gender, socially.
Wow, that's a great way to fuck up a child's life in 5 seconds. Nice one, gents.
But we will be assigning them one legally.
That's good. I thought you were fucking insane for a moment.
We will be providing a cis-friendly pronoun option for like elderly relatives and stuff who like have a hard time getting it, but we're not announcing that to the internet at the time.
A cis-friendly option for relatives, maybe older people who have lived a life that was, I don't know, slightly difficult. Maybe they fought in World War II. Maybe they grew up with parents from the Great Depression and they realised what real hardship is like. And then you're there saying that your baby's a Caesar and they prefer to storm the beaches of Normandy than listen to your shit.
Get out.
Get out.
Yo, stop.
Get out. Get out.
What you guys doing? Get out.
Get out.
What you guys doing?
Get out. Get out. Get out. Don't touch me. What you have? Don't touch me.
Oh, I remember these two ladies. Okay, so they're in an elevator and they're terrified because there's a man in there without a mask. Okay, evil. Now, he happens to be a man of African descent. So what do? They start screaming at it and then they hit him. Watch this.
Don't touch me.
I'm not touching you. Oh, did you just hit me? Did you just hit me?
You just hit me.
You too?
Black Lives Matter.
Yo, this is great. Wow.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
So they hit him. And then it's all good because they yell out Black Lives Matter. So that's the lesson for everybody here. You can basically do whatever you want to someone as long as you yell out Black Lives Matter. It's the same as if you cut someone off on the road, you give them the thank you wave, it's all good, right? So if you assault a black person, all you have to say is Black Lives Matter and you're good, you're forgiven.
Everybody's singing, have you heard of the LGBTQ thing? I can't do that because I identify more than one thing on the spectrum.
Oh, why would you identify as more than one thing? Why do you put so much emphasis on how you identify? Who cares? Why do you need all of this constant reassurance that what you are is valid? Like, if you're constantly looking for other people to give you validation, you're going to have a tough life.
First, trans. Pan-romantic.
What? What else, buddy?
Demisexual.
Demisexual. Okay.
And there's another one, but I forget how to pronounce it.
You have another one that you can't pronounce. Why is it important? You can't pronounce it. That's how ridiculous these people are getting. They're making up so many words that they can't even pronounce them anymore. You're learning a new language. That's what you're doing. I've got to find out what demisexual means. Demisexual people only feel sexually attracted to someone when they have an emotional bond with the person. So they like them. Is that what you're saying? A demisexual person is someone who likes people, like feels love towards them. Is that not a lot of couples?
Am I? So I'm a demisexual. God, the world was a lot simpler when you either like dicks, vag, or vag and dicks.
So I need y'all to deconstruct the way a professional needs to look, because that's white capitalism.
Yes, dressing up for work. That's racism. I agree. She should be in the Ukraine. First of all, she's obviously hasn't washed her car in a while. There's handprints all over it. That's disgusting. Second of all, who chose those boots for your love? They are a disaster. And also, shut up. That actually reminds me of another video that I saw here in Australia just the other week. Let's have a look at this. So this lady's just had a car crash. This is in Canberra, the capital of Australia.
What are you doing?
Where they're having protests at the moment.
What are you doing? You fucking bogan slut.
Whoa. Let's not attack bogan sluts, alright? That's my job.
Get the fuck out of Canberra. Go get a job. Find something better to do with your fucking done. What have you...
By the way, this lady who just told the other lady to go and get a job, the other lady's a protester, similar to the protests in Canada. She, the lady in the car who had the car crash, is just an OnlyFans model.
What's that? What are you looking for? Don't you want...
She's young too, she needs to...
What are you looking for? Did you see that?
You know, love, so she sold her.
Yeah. So get the fuck out of Canberra, because there are a lot of us.
Okay. So she's crying. Holy dude!
Sorry, Emma.
Oh my god! You try to reverse out of it as well.
Can you go home? Like you trying? Like you shut her down?
Shit. People are mad. People are mad at the moment. Lucky World War III's coming up. We need a fucking distraction. So this dude's dancing to that song.
As a little girl, I never thought it'd be me. That I'd be one of them. My powers were a surprise. My parents turned me in. They knew what the government would do to people like me, and they did it anyway. I didn't know what to do, but my brother Brent just grabbed our coats, and we ran. Those were hard days on the street. Moving from city to city, no comfort anywhere. So I met some dealers, and man, they hooked us up. The drugs were heaven. But then we always wanted more. Withdrawal, agony. Always looking for a fix. And when you lose your stash, when you think someone stole it from you, the drugs, the dealers, they make you do things that... Oh, God, Brent. The government picked me up easy enough after that. But it wasn't a regular jail. They trained me to shoot, taught me how to kill. So on the day of the crash, I escaped with all those skills. Everything I needed to set things right. Brent, I promise, every dealer I find, I'm gonna burn your name in the chest. No one else is gonna suffer like we did. No, brother. Nobody else.
Nelson, all right, brother? What happened? Oh, you did good. You did good, buddy. Come on, get up. Get up. Oh. Hey, you did good. I got just where to put filth like this. Somewhere where Augustine won't find her. She won't be hurting anybody.
Listen, no.
She's just killing drug dealers, man. Killing. Listen, murdering drug dealers. What do you think I'm doing to the DUP? What you have to save the Akomish back home. She stays free. No way. Look, just because you have the same affliction, not gift, affliction, doesn't mean that we're gonna pick up every little piece of trash we find. Look, I'm never going to abandon you, all right? Not ever. This one goes in a cage. It should be my responsibility. Yeah, because responsibility is not exactly something you excel at. I got this. Fine. I'm here for the tribe. The Holland bioterrorists.
Conduit!
It's cool. He's normally cool. He's just not today.
Yeah. Let's talk.
Alright, Red, sorry.
Oh, look who it is. What, the meeting at the Conduit Club finally over?
I just wanted to talk to her, okay? To see if maybe she could help us out. Oh, you are not doing the pouting Reggie thing, are you? No, I hate that.
You know someone like that shouldn't be free to roam the streets.
Are you forgetting who else is someone like that?
I'm the same.
Yes, I know. I'm your brother. And your brother is asking for your help and...
Fuck it. More corruptor. Got a corruptor, don't fucking stay at the fucking criminal level, fuck off.
Celebrate good times, come on! That type of song. God, I'm a good singer. And he's dancing to white deaths exceed births in a majority of US states. All I'm saying is reverse the roles. Racism's not good either way.
Undesirability of fat people is a myth.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Sold to us by white supremacists.
So the undesirability of fat people is a myth sold to us by white supremacists. Is that the undesirability of fat women or fat men? Because I don't see anyone out there going, oh, you gotta love fat men. People look at fat men and they go, no, I don't want him. I want a hot guy, a hunk, all that type of shit. But you're laying in your bed. With terrible lighting, mind you. Saying that white supremacists are the ones who say that you, as a fat lady, are unattractive.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you stop showing off your fucking pimples, love, or what are they? Listen, I've got a disgraceful body, alright? I train very hard, I eat as well as I can, and I hate my rig. It's a bad rig. I got childbearing hips, alright? You don't see me going, normalise my psoriasis, normalise my dick cheese, normalise the fact that my underarms fucking stink like weed sometimes. I don't know why that is. Fucking stop normalising things. No one's saying that these aren't normal. We all have them.
Hi, my name is Anna. I am dating everybody in the polycule.
What the fuck's a polycule, Anna? A polycule is a group of people who are connected through romantic relationships, so you're swingers. Alright. Members of a polycule are not necessarily all in a relationship with each other, but they may be. Members of the same polycule who are not in a relationship with each other are called metamorphs. Stop making things up. What in the fresh hell does any of this mean? You're rooting around. That's all you're doing. You're fucking him, you're fucking her, you're fucking everybody. Congrats!
Hi, I'm Jake. I'm married to Anna, and she's currently my only partner. I am demi-romantic, which means I only get feelings for people, like romantic feelings for people, if I've been around them for a while and get to know them really well.
So, you're just rooting Anna, and Anna's rooting everyone else. You're demi-romantic. Hang on, did he just say that? I was thinking about what I was going to say. You're demi-romantic. Oh my God. I've worried in my life that I was going crazy. I think most people have those worries at some point. Oh, I'm going crazy. Oh my God. These people are crazy.
My son is going to be 2 in September, and I want him to get used to wearing a mask. I need tips on getting your child to wear...
Junior.
I've just been having him wear it around the house.
Oh my God. Russia, leave the Ukraine alone. Blow me up.
Did you know that fat people work out without wanting to become thin?
Did you know that's bullshit? As a former fatty and someone who dabbles in between being a little bit chubby and alright, that's bullshit.
So apparently people in the comments are confused on my gender and pronouns. So here's another video for the people who are respectfully asking. So I'm gender fluid, and if you don't know what that means,
it means she goes from a boy to a girl, and apparently by her hair, a peacock.
Imagine that an adult male wants to have sex with a 12-year-old girl.
Fucking what?
A very standard, very widely held view that there's something deeply wrong about this, and it's wrong independent of it being criminalized. It's not obvious to me that is in fact wrong. I think this is a mistake.
Who? What? You think that a child having sex, a 12-year-old having sex with an adult is not wrong?
Even if you are looking for a threshold, let's say there's a threshold. I'm making this number up, but let's say it's at age 8. Still, that tells you that some adult child sex is permissible. Second, the notion that it's wrong even with a 1-year-old is not quite obvious to me.
Are you fucking brain dead, sir?
Ladies and gentlemen, I am very rarely speechless. Okay, but I am speechless here.
My pronouns are a little bit too complicated to fit in my bio.
If your pronouns are too complicated to put in your bio, that's a lesson for you to pull your head in.
Everything I say about gender is influenced by my whiteness.
Please stop telling me how your whiteness influences things. Please stop.
The rejections of gender and gender roles that I create and embody will still come from my whiteness, those acceptable to my constructions of self as a white person. I will likely uphold and encourage white beauty standards.
Everything you've said in this video is a word salad. Give me a fucking Caesar salad and fuck off. Oh, Here's a good tweet. I like this one. Good fun. This is a college short paper. Explain why the Taliban are not terrorists. You are not allowed to answer this question in any other way. Any attempt to avoid answering this prompts as written or trying to argue otherwise will result in a failing grade. How is that a question? That's not a question. That's a, hey, agree with this, do it now. Fucking, no wonder people don't go to college anymore.
My mom doesn't matter if I am gay or lesbian or any of that. She doesn't care. All she cares about is that I'm a part of it. And if I'm not a part of it, she'll try to convince me to join it.
Fuck, look at the mother's face.
Because
The mother was like, what the fuck you just say, you little shit?
That was a weird fucking video. If you want to see more of these, let me know, and I do enjoy making them, so they basically write themselves. So, be a good motherfucker, peace and release, big stinks, toodle, blah, blah, blah. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching the video. Your support means absolutely everything. If you haven't subscribed, do it right now. You keep me dogs fed, and I love you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, there's 3 new videos on this channel every week, and if you want more, you can head over to Little Butts Mom, which is the 2nd channel. Ladies and gentlemen, there is more. What about the podcast each and every week? It's available on Spotify and YouTube as well, and I'm also on tour right now around the country doing my show Cancel Me Now. Stand-up comedy is back, ladies and gentlemen, and please, for Christ's sake, follow me on Instagram. I'm very lonely. Love ya. Bye. Why should you give a rat's about what's happening on TikTok? It's a fair question. I'll tell you why. It's because the majority of people watching TikTok are kids. These kids will become the adults of tomorrow, and the messages and the lessons that they are being taught on TikTok will be what they truly believe as they get older. Now, I've thoroughly researched TikTok over the last couple of months, and I found that 50% of the content is actually just chicks dancing around with no bra on and the titties flopping and flipping everywhere, which is probably why the vast majority of people who use TikTok are 13-year-old to 17-year-old boys just ripping the fucking ears off it. But it's not just ladies and their unsupported Bristols and their fat dump trucks. There's also hundreds of hot blokes on TikTok not wearing underpants or shirts and just wearing really loose shorts and flipping and flopping their cock around. It's very confronting to have a dick swinging at you when you're about to fall asleep. That's what she said. But there's also some content on there that is fucking painful to watch. It is so woke, you want to blow your fucking head off. So I thought, why don't we take a seat and have a bit of a look, shall we? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive deep into this absolute mess.
Bodies are worthy if they're healthy or they're not. And if you say that that's not true, I'll put you in the crotch.
I tell you what, the Wiggles have really let themselves go. This is confronting stuff.
You say you're just concerned, but I know that's insincere. And if you don't stop trolling, I will kick you in the rear.
There's a lot of threats of violence in here, but I doubt that you have the dexterity to pull that off. In fact, I think you have the dexterity or athletic ability of a 170-year-old gigantic Galapagos tortoise. This is why fat shaming should be encouraged in schools.
Okay, I'm half in cosplay, but this is important. I'm so fucking angry.
Oh, please.
Oh, please. Rip my nut hair off, you stupid cunt.
What?
My boyfriend is non-binary. He prefers masculine terms, and he uses he, they pronouns.
Alright, so I guess you can be
Bitch, shave off your eyebrows. That green don't work with your fucking with your shit personality, you cunt.
You need to split the whisker every now and then. But you consider them a woman because they're non-binary, but they're not a woman. They're non-binary. So your argument isn't that they're non-binary, it's that they're a woman, but your argument also says that they are women, but also non-binary, so that wouldn't mean that they're binary. So that would mean they're binary. I'm confused.
Well, no shit.
I thought the whole point of being a lesbian was you're giving up on balls and dicks, right? It's like you got a nut allergy. You just got to fucking get rid of all of them out of the house, all the dicks. Get. But you can't kick all the dicks out and then sneak into the pantry and have a spoonful of peanut butter. You've made your choice. It's all over.
Nobody needs you to advocate for
What do you think about wearing one of the bras?
Nobody said that the gender binary was easy. These are not my preferred pronouns. These are my pronouns. You will use them, or where you will not refer to me at all.
Okay.
How about you shut the fuck up with the pronoun shit? The pronoun shit is why people have a problem with your stupid asses.
You want people to call you if you're being mean.
Cupiosexual people may decide to have a sexual relationship despite not feeling sexual attraction while others don't. Both are completely valid and communication is key.
Yeah, communication is key in any relationship. I completely agree. Asexual and cupisexual. I don't understand why the youth needs so many labels. Why do you need to label everything? Whether or not you're asexual, cupisupple, you're super supple, or whatever you fucking are, is not important. Why do you need to push this out to the world? The only person that you need to ever have that conversation with is the person that's entering you or you're entering them. And also, on the topic of labels, doesn't gay, straight, and bi cover everything? You're either rooting the opposite sex, you're rooting the same sex, or you're doing both. Covers everything. And if you believe genuinely that you need a particular label for yourself, grow up.
I'm trying to phrase this nicely and I can't yell, but I want to. So, black people and people of color in the queer community aren't seen by white queers as queer as they are.
It would appear you need to work on your queerness, alright? If you're out there and you're a person of colour, it appears you need to suck more dicks if you're a bloke, eat more puss if you're a lady, and do both if you're intergender, alright? You need to work on your queerness. That is obviously what needs to happen here.
On almost every occasion where I've been discussing my queerness or my experiences with queerness with white gays, they speak to me in a condescending way and they treat me as if I'm a straight person imposing on a queer subject.
Oh, very well known that white gay people are even worse than straight people. So I want an apology from all the white gay people in the comments. Apologise now. For what? I don't know.
Queerness is seen as something that is white and a way to compare oppression, and it's used to compare oppression. So it's impossible for white gays to see us as gay as them. The LGBTQ community has been used as a front to hide racism or to excuse racism.
This is the thing with wokeness in society. You will never be woke enough. No matter what you do, you will never be woke enough. It is insidious in nature. It's always trying to compete against itself and eat its own. Feminists and woke people and the social justice warriors, they're always trying to eat their own. That is how they work.
No hookups. Bro, that was so hilarious. People just want to be treated with respect and not like objects.
Okay, firstly, I can't sing anything. It's just a floating head. Crazy stuff.
Dex, you're just...
What is going on with that laugh? It looks like there's a KFC bone stuck on your larynx lump.
just mad because we live in your head rent-free. Knee slapper. Bring it here, bro. No.
I noticed in the hashtags next to this video that it says hashtag eating disorder recovery. I declare you recovered.
Thin privilege part 2, unexpected thin privileges. I'm not subject to you.
Part 2. Very exciting.
Eugenics and could receive fertility treatments if I wanted to, and my kids wouldn't be taken away from me for being the same body size as me.
Your kids must be pretty fucking big to be taken off you. Like for a child to be taken off its parent for being too fat, like its parent, that would have to be pretty big. They'd have to be so big that you have to cut out a hole in the wall just to get them out the front to get on the school bus. And by school bus, I mean crane. And by school, I mean the ocean.
My BMI doesn't exclude me from being able to donate my body to science, and med students have studied cadavers of my size. People of my size are included in clinical trials, and medicines are made for people around my weight. When I die, my weight isn't going to be the first thing that's blamed or marked as my cause of death, even if it had nothing to do with why I died.
Blaming other people. Why don't you look at what you've done to yourself? Grow up. No, actually, that's a terrible verb to use. Shut up.
There she is again. It's just a floating head. Yeah, BMI is a shit way to measure health. In most cases, considering that if you're a bodybuilder, you'd be, your body mass index would say that you're overweight or obese. But I don't think she's winning any Mr. Olympias anytime soon, or Mrs. Olympias.
Just a reminder that I am very fat and very sexy.
Imagine being that far up your own ass that you feel the need to explain to people how sexy you are. Fucking get over yourself, mate.
I want to show you the email I sent in response to my teacher saying they won't be using my pronouns this semester.
Okay, so this is...
Shut the fuck up with the pronouns game. Stop trying to get people fucking fired just because they don't use your particular pronouns. Shut your fucking mouth, you cunts.
University rules and by Canadian law. So let's see what this person's... See what it is there? Professor came back and said when fucking did it again. This person asked for a change in the pronouns.
I'm sorry, I think there was a misunderstanding here. You seem to think I'm making some kind of a request.
So, straight off the bat, they're being heaps of fucking aggressive about it. Like, you've got to understand that if you're asking someone to change the way they speak the English language, you're going to need to be really nice about it, because there is nothing saying that they have to do that or should do that, or there's nothing saying it makes sense. So if you request someone to do that and they don't do it, then okay, move on.
I was just informing you of my correct name and pronouns so you know how to refer to me. Intentionally misgendering a student is actively creating a hostile learning environment and discriminating on...
Shut your mouth, you stupid bitch, you're dumb. Hostile fucking learning environment. What a bunch of bullshit. This bitch is fucking stupid, cunt. She is so dumb and delusional, man. Like, fuck off.
You're creating that hostile learning environment. You're making it a big deal. You're there to learn. You're not there to make friends or any of that shit. Just fucking learn and go home and then hang out with all your gender buddies.
Is it fatphobic to not want yourself to be fat?
Is it fatphobic not to want yourself to be fat? So obviously this is a loaded question, probably like her fries. You don't want to be fat. Why don't you want to be fat? Okay. You don't want to be fat because you want to be healthy. You also don't want to be skinny because that's not healthy either. Phobia is a fear of something. So maybe a little bit. Maybe it's just you want to be healthy.
The biggest defense of that argument is like, why is it a problem for me to have a preference about the way that my body looks?
Yes, tell us why it's a problem, please. We need to know.
So I think this is a twofold thing. First of all, preferences don't exist in a vacuum. The reason that you would prefer to have a thin body is because of society's fat phobia.
So society is fatphobic. Back in the 17th century, 18th century, there were a lot of voluptuous women, and that's what people were after back in the Dizzy, probably because it meant that they were quite healthy. They were eating a lot of food, all that type of shit. But now, it doesn't mean that. In fact, it means the opposite. So society has changed its ways. And there's no doubt that obviously the film industry, the media, the magazines, all that type of stuff, they promote that skinny, shitty look. Like, and they even do it, they did that in the 90s, and they even do it now with the Kardashians. This whole unattainable look, the big fat ass that you can only get if you get implants. Now, I think societies just move on, and either you move with the times or you get left behind.
That is not an isolated thought that you came up with. So yeah, it is your preference, but do some critical thinking. Where did that come from?
Did you just tell me to critically think? That is the most hypocritical thing I've ever heard anyone ever say ever.
And two, I think that's a super bogus and lazy way to like write off the... Because if people really started to question, why do we think this way, and why do we value thinness so much?
We value thinness. I don't think thinness is the right word. We value fitness because it's hard to obtain. It's like when someone gets butt implants or a Brazilian butt lift, right? We judge that because you can get that by training hard. We don't judge breast implants that harsh anymore, which I think is good, because you can't get big teeth.
Why didn't I take some cash off those
Natural.
dealers?
You get a chest, but you're not going to get big cans. You're either born with it or you're not. So if you have to work hard for something, people respect that more. That's enough about the fatties. Let's move on.
Hey, legit question. What is a non-binary parent called by their children?
Hi there, non-binary dad. My kids call me Nene.
Nene?
Nene, suck a dick.
What does your dad do? Oh, mate, he's a firefighter. What does your mum do? Oh, she's a police officer. What about your dad? No, it's Nene. Nene is my dad. Could you imagine the bullying?
I grew up Christian, and I'm convinced Christian supremacy is a bigger threat than white supremacy.
Not this again.
Right, being a motherfucker, I can't do anymore. Peace the Middle East, bro, another shower. Keep it moist, toodle off, fucking noodle bye.
G'day you good motherfuckers, the Buttsman here. I hope you're doing real well. Episode 1 of Cancel Me Now, my brand new podcast, comes out tomorrow with the great Vegan Booty. She's on the show. It's going to be a great chat, so make sure you check it out. The link is down
It's not animals.
Get around. Ladies and gentlemen, over the last couple of weeks, I've heard a lot of people talking about libs of TikTok, and I looked into it. And it turns out it's the best Twitter page of all time. It has the most amazing videos, and I'm going to share them all with you today. Whoever runs this page posts the most hilarious shit of all fucking time. But also, after laughing, you sort of look at it and go, fuck me dead, those people exist on the same planet I do. That's terrifying.
I'm wearing the pants. He's wearing the skirt. We're both gay. He's pregnant.
And I have a 40-centimetre dick with 5G coverage, and if you say any different, you're a bigot. This is going to be a strange fucking video. Strap yourselves in. It's only going to get weirder from here.
Controversial opinion, and you can sound off in the comments if you want, but you won't change my mind.
I like her attitude. Who needs evidence when you have personal opinions? It's true for me, so how about you don't be a fatphobe?
Fat people don't owe you anything, but the world owes fat people accessibility.
Nah, fuck off. No one owes you anything. If you have to buy 2 plane tickets to fit on a plane, you aren't owed anything from that airline. In fact, you owe everyone on the plane because you had to sit your big fucking fat ass in the middle of the fucking flight with your big fungusy folds, ruining everyone else's holiday. Modern people are so caught up in their personal bullshit, whether it's their politics, their diet, their gender, that makes them who they are. It is what they attach everything to in their lives, and that is just such a strange way to live. Which brings me to, what is a lib? A lib is someone in America who is a liberal, a woke person, a Biden voter. Libs are actually quite intelligent as well. They know for a fact that Donald Trump's great-grandfather was Hitler and his stepfather was Mao. I do love American politics, just watching these people overflow from their petri dish of ridiculousness. It is amazing to look at from an outsider. If you live there, pretty fucked up. But from here, this is the current climate in political America.
There is a question that needs to be thrown in the trash and set on fire. And that is when people ask me, hey, do you have kids? And I respond with, yeah, 3. The question is always, boys or girls? And that question needs to be removed from every single language because it is always super uncomfortable for the other person when I respond with 2 girls and 1 non-binary.
Oh, wow, Karen, you got yourself a non-binary. That's so cool. Stephanie down the road has one of those. Where'd you get yours from? Oh, my God.
And then they look at me like I have 2 heads, and they're like, what's non-binary again? Well, they don't identify as male or female. It's actually genius. They found a loophole in the system, and they get to pave the way and be whoever they want to be without stereotypes. It's brilliant. So not she, nope.
For 37 minutes, Dave Chappelle made jokes at my expense.
Wow, I can't believe he made a whole show, a dude that was paid $20 million for that special. He made it all about you.
Literally about my identity, forgetting that I too live at the intersection of being both black and queer and trans. Because tone deaf deaf jokes like that can get us murdered. Tone deaf jokes like that call for our murder.
Get the fuck over yourself. Oh look, Joe Biden.
I used to love to drive. They don't let me drive. I have a beautiful Corvette.
Joe, you creepy fuck. Naughty, naughty. On the topic of Joe Biden, if you don't like him, you're a racist. Joe Biden! That is disgusting. I agree with fucking Karen Carenson in row C, seat 45. Just racism, pure and simple. So racist to say fuck about a 180-year-old politician with dementia. 100% a hate crime. Moving on from the Lord and Saviour Joe Biden, let's talk about dick size.
This guy's tiny. He must be a dwarf. Sorry, I'm not interested in being friends with midgets. Midgets piss me off.
So here's old love. She's not interested in men who are under a certain size of cock. And that's up to her. That's her fucking call. Whatever. Cock shame away. But this is the same chick.
The comments under this video have been distasteful, disgusting, and outright disrespectful.
So hang on, you don't think that small cocks, little cocks, medium cocks, average cocks are good enough for you? But if anyone dares attack your itty-bitty titties, then they're the fucking devil. How about you pull your fucking head in? But know this, misgendering someone is no joke.
There's a genuine chance that the next person to misgender me might get a punch in the face, and I really don't know what to say because there's nothing I can do about it.
Shut up, mate.
What the fuck are
Okay,
you?
this is why bullies exist. It's... What the fuck are you even saying? Call yourself whatever you want, but if people don't call you idiots, don't be surprised, because it's not proper English.
Hi, my name's Jasper. I use they pronouns.
Hi, my name is Liana. I use they demon pronouns.
I mean, now you're just taking the piss. This whole pronouns thing, it's like people in high school who tried to get you to call them by a nickname that they decide. G'day guys, great to meet you, great to be here. I'll tell you what, my name's Barry, but all my friends call me that guy with the huge cock, so you can call me that.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
You can't trust a child to know themselves and their body. Therefore, I propose that all children be put on puberty blockers before they hit puberty. If they're not trans, cool. They can get off puberty blockers and continue puberty as they were.
Yes, let's change everyone to fit a tiny, tiny segment of the population. That sounds good. Let's change all of human biology to make them feel better. Let's put kids on drugs. Yeah, let's fucking do it.
If you say that kids are too young to know whether or not they are trans, then that means that kids are too young to know whether or not they are cis.
No, they can see with their fucking eyes, mate. Maybe in very rare cases they're born in the wrong body, and if that's the case, then all the power to you, sister, brother, they, them, zers. But in most cases, everybody knows because it's fucking completely normal. Okay, let me put it this way. Would you change the height of doors to fit people who are over 6'10"? Because there's a few people that get around that are over 6'10". I only just scrape under doors. Should we change all doors? No.
Here's some things that you need to know about me. Number one, if you are a person of whiteness, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, she just said that. A person of whiteness. People who use those terms expect people to listen to them and agree with them straight away just because they use those words. If I hear those words, I immediately think you're insane.
What do you think is the #1 contributing factor to global warming? Agriculture? The fashion industry? Something else? I'll tell you a secret. It's the U.S. military. The U.S. military is the world's largest consumer of oil.
Is that Tourette's or interpretive dance? You let me know in the comments. The one thing you notice about all these videos is all of these people
Shut the fuck up! Enough of this shit scene! I want us to fucking demolish and be my business!
It's a shit way to live your life, but it's and that's why they do it.
The reason we have so much discrimination in the world today is because you feed your children animal products.
Oh, of course, they're a beautiful vegan folk.
Drug dealers aren't people.
We're taught that certain animals
They're sociopaths. They don't give a fuck about anybody.
These animals over here, cows,
But
geese,
themselves.
chickens, fish, should be tortured and burned.
You forgot eaten. They should also be eaten.
If we teach humans not to discriminate based on species. Women 100% see
The fuck you just say? Trash? You're fucking trash.
Shut the fuck up. Spacey, if you haven't been paying attention throughout this video, the point is everyone's racist, especially right-handed people. How being a lefty taught me what I don't know about racism. Right-handed, check your privilege. Right-handed bias everywhere. Right-handed privilege. Fuck me. Since when did we start listening to the most insane people in the world? I need to take a break for my fucking mental health. But here's one for good measure. Be a motherfucker, peace and release, me extinct to blah blah blah.
Hi, I'm Lynx Wildcat. I am a polyamorous, pansexual, lesbian, non-binary trans woman. I'm also a furry. And my pronouns are she, her, and it.
Fucking subscribe and then go check out Cancel Me Now.
Your hands deserve a fist bump. Look after them with Ladybug.
Kill me.
G'day, you good motherfuckers.
Punch my face in.
Hope you're doing bloody
Fuck
not
up.
bad at all. Oh, I'm excited about this video. Feminists all over the globe.
Alright, Red, sorry.
Over the fastest rising social media platform that we have ever seen.
Okay, to see if maybe she can help us out.
You were through now?
Oh, you are not doing the Polly and Reggie thing, are you?
I guess
No,
I'll
I
just
hate
show
that.
you everything.
Are you forgetting who else is someone like that?
It's the cringiest fucking platform going around. But for the uninitiated, it's the new version of Tumblr. You sure you want to do this, little girl? I mean, what if we're dangerous? It's where talent goes to die, opinions are just fucking shithouse. And there's so many young kids that I'm pretty sure sex offenders just chill out there all fucking afternoon. It's creepy as fuck. But anyway, on to the craziest feminist that I've ever seen. But first, this video is brought to you by Rage. Footmouse? Introducing a revolution in gaming. Footmouse, the first science-based gaming.
You know, like, pop me to the new stuff.
Back might be a little bit today.
That my sweet girl. It was supposed to be one of those things that second in name.
Yeah, I've seen it before. Meet you there.
Excuse me. You get more neon fucking rocket things than you do with
Hey, Fetch, it's over here.
Damn cool. How do attractors and me don't get along?
Well, wait till you see this.
That don't seem like such a good idea. You're on your own, Z.
hooray.
Hey, you guys see the girl, kind of short, purple hair? No mercy. Shoot to kill.
Hey, I heard gunfire. See those things contract?
No, I think they were just on patrol.
Well, I found another one. I left a sign to find it. See, it's a neon marker.
Yeah, got it.
Follow those.
Fetch, I know you've just been taking up drug dealers.
Dealers screwed up my life. They made me do things
I get it, I remember, but shouldn't you be more pissed at your parents? And all people like them who treat conduits like freaks? They're the ones who drove you to the dealers in the first place.
You mean people like those freaking lifeline activists?
Exactly. See, they're the ones calling for your head. They're outing you, putting a target on your back. They're the ones who really need to be silenced.
I'm only killing dealers. I'm saving people from drugs. An idiot's got a right to speak their mind. That's in the amendment. Don't touch me!
Yeah, take that, you poison peddling garbage! It's what you deserve! Hey, Smoke, you want in on this?
Let's go.
Dude, you okay?
Yeah, you still need help?
Don't need it, but I'll take it. Got me. I'll go find another one of those things. Okay, I think I got the next one. Just keep following the markers. So, I would like killing those dealers. It's a fuzzy joke, ain't it?
Yeah, but I mean, as long as we're on a roll, we should take them to the real assholes.
You still hung up on the activists?
I'm just saying, shutting them up for good would be the ultimate fuzzy jolt.
Yeah, whatever. Just go get you some more power.
Hey, there it is. Go ahead and get your convulsion on.
Oh my god, train it!
Now, thanks for beat. I've been using, ladies and gentlemen, and 1-3 epic champion, Jota. And all this treasure we're waiting for you right here. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you there. Thank you very much, Ray, for sponsoring the video, because let's face it, this shit's not going to get monetized at all. Now, angry, cranky feminists, let's fucking do it!
In 1998, Hollywood invented.
Oh, for fuck's sake! What are you? I don't really know what the flags in the background, the messy bed, and the undecided opinion on what colour your hair should be, but let me tell you, bitch, you have my undivided attention.
The blonde cheerleader and the brunette nerd to keep women in competition so we wouldn't realise the true enemy was men.
Okay.
listen up, you hot bit of gear. Blaming Hollywood because women who have blonde hair are cheerleaders and women who have brunette hair are nerds and librarians is absolutely fucking hilarious, okay? The reason
Well,
that
Fetch, I
blonde
see you're
chicks are
expanding your
cheerleaders and
horizons.
brunette chicks are
Somebody
the
run out
smart,
of drug
nerdy
dealers to
ones
kill.
is because all blonde women say these type of phrases. Oh my god! Are you serious? No fucking way! I am so fucking hot right now. But this TikTok right here, it has something in common with all of the other TikToks that I'm about to show you. The one thing they blame more than anything else for anything wrong in their lives is blokes, men, dudes, people with the penises. That is the common thread here. They all want to blame men for their problems. It's quite fun to watch.
I'm not like the other girls.
Fuck me. Who are you? Post Malone's stunt double. Those tattoos, those mad tats at the top of your head. Looks like you fucking headbutted some dickhead's tag on a train. It looks fucking stupid.
I'm not like the other girls. I say sexist jokes.
This TikTok is a parody of a woman's TikTok who is not a feminist. She's making fun of these women who aren't feminists because it's so crazy to be a woman and not someone who hates men. Here's the thing with the whole sexist joke. Telling a sexist joke is not being sexist because it is a joke. Jokes are pretend, they're not real, they're fake. See? The problem with all sexist jokes as being sexist is it takes away from the real sexism of the world. There are real people out there who hate women. There are real men out there who hate women, and that's fucking horrible. There's also real women out there that hate men. Feminists.
I'm not like the other girls. I drink beer.
Well, you're a fucking idiot then. Drink what you want. If you're a woman and you want to drink beer, drink fucking beer. If you're a bloke and you want to drink cruises, drink cruises. Fucking pussy.
I'm not like the other girls. I'll let you say the N-word and I won't ever give you a history lesson.
Whoa, okay. Has anyone ever actually had to weigh that up when making a decision between two potential mates? Oh, this one, she loves me. She's very nice to me. She's kind. She's attractive. She's beautiful. She's got big old bitties. She's nice. She makes me a better person. But this one, she lets me say never.
I'm not like the other girls. I'll be one of the boys with you. I'm not like the other girls. I'll let you do drugs every day.
This has never made sense to me ever. Why would any bloke want their girlfriend or partner or wife to be one of the boys? Running around fucking sack whacking them, daxing them in the middle of cooking dinner, fucking running around spiking their drinks with drugs, encouraging them to do drugs. You don't want your girlfriend to be one of the boys. That's fucking ridiculous. You get a girlfriend, you get away from the boys because you've nearly died 14 fucking times.
That's exactly how I feel.
Oh, God.
That's exactly how I feel.
Yes. Yes, it does.
That's exactly how I feel.
What the fuck are you doing, mate? This is very common, in fact. Men become male feminists because of one reason. They do it because they don't want to seem as if they're the evil man. They're on the woman's side, but they have an ulterior motive. They're trying to have sex with women. And they don't have the ability to do that the normal way by being attractive or pheromones or abs or chesticles, whatever you want to fucking, whatever, beards, all right? That's what attracts women. So they use this real sneaky and gross way of doing it by sneaking into the female's camp and being one of them. Look, I'm one of you. Don't suspect me, and then bam! They turn out to be a fucking creep because all male feminists are fucking creeps. Every last one of the pricks.
Did you know male reindeer actually lose their antlers in the winter? Meanwhile, female reindeer keep them. Guys, that means Santa's sleigh is pulled by an awesome team of all women. Yes to girl power.
Yep, turns out girls rule and boys get Christmas off with their families to drink beer and eat turkey. Sounds fair to me.
Hey, so just go through this with me one more time. Okay. If he does it and I let him.
You're curious.
And if he wants to, but I stop him.
You're respecting yourself.
And if I let him and I like.
You go, girl. I'm over this town.
You know what? She has a point there.
We should all be proud of our sexuality, whatever it happens to be. If you're a chick and you love dick, good fucking on you, baby. You fucking get that pork sword. You throw it straight up your ass, in your mouth, in your vag, wherever you bloody want it. Alright, this lady is proud of how much she loves dick. And I'm happy to listen to her talk about how much she loves dick. Alright, I want to watch more of her TikToks. Let's do it.
Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear. Tell you something.
Okay, that's definitely her dad. I don't know if we should be proud of her sexuality now. Let's move on to something a bit more, fuck me, I'm freaking out. That's just weird. That's some Tasmania shit right there. I brought you this video because I promised you the worst feminist on TikTok, and it's time to bring her to the forefront. You see, she's already been on my channel before. She's a friend of the show. She is none other than Gothic. 4 C's in her name for some fucking reason.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling.
Oh, this should be great fun.
Trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty.
This is on TikTok considered content. This video has thousands of likes. Gone are the days where people spend weeks, months, an age trying to write a video, perform a video, film a video, edit a video, and put it out there. Now you just film yourself on the back of a John Deere with someone else's music. Fuck this chick. When you sneeze on your period. Okay, this should be fucking disgusting.
Hey yo, look like I'm going for it.
Excuse me,
fucking gross. Why are you people? They want to say you.
How come people never get copyright striked or copyright claimed on TikTok, huh?
Shit. That's like me making a TikTok right now.
Where's the copyright shit for TikTok?
It's fucking gross. No one wants to hear about you filling up your Reg Grundies with blood and clots and shit. Alright? Fuck off.
So you're telling me this is how the turn up? Then I'ma stick with the girls.
So you're telling me that some women, when they are raped, the most heinous thing you can do to a person other than murdering them, their boyfriends dump them. That's fucked. Okay, I don't think that happens that much, but maybe it does. And if that happens, then obviously in that situation it's a horrible thing to go through, but it's probably a good thing. If someone leaves you because of that, they're not going to stick around in other hard times. So fuck that, or that, whoever it happens to be. But this is once again blaming men. She's pointing out that men are the problem, and Gothic is a proud lesbian, and she is really forward in pushing that upon everybody. In fact, she almost goes as far to pull out her favourite double-ended dildo and wave it figuratively in the face of everyone on her TikTok. She fucking hates blokes.
Some dudes be like, dishwasher, laundry machine, what are you doing out of the kitchen? Go make me a sandwich. Then when you get upset at these comments because they perpetuate misogyny in America, and worldwide for that matter.
Listen up here, squid lips. Squid lips. Your lips look like calamari. That's what it fucking looks like.
They pass it off as a joke. If your joke comes at the expense of a...
Bitch, shut the fuck up. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this here, guys. As always, subscribe for more. Peace. See you in the next